Okay. Here we are again. Back with more. I finally figured out how to get the chat exactly the way it was originally on my Twitch app. And that is, I needed to press Stream Manager instead of pressing my channel. Because my channel only brought it up to like half the screen. You press Stream Manager and it brings it up to the whole screen along with your activity feed, which is nice. Because not being able to see who followed me and everything was kind of a pain. But it's all good now. I do new technology good. Okay. I think we'll do it the way that we normally do it, which is I let this play through a total of 2 times and then we'll get started. That should be about the 2.5 minutes we have left between now and 4:30. And that will be good, I hope. What's the volume at? I know, there we go. So let's go over here. Now that it's played once, let it play again. And then we'll go. Hey Conker, it's going good. How's it going for you there? We are just about to get started. I'm letting the theme of the collection play fully one more time before we get started today, and then we will move right along with the story as it has been going. And in the meantime, I need to avoid falling into a sugar coma because my lunch consisted of a teeny tiny, like 1/3 of the size of your palm, flat, full of M&Ms, penny pasta with tomato sauce, marinara sauce really, and barbecued chicken. So that's a decent chunk of sugar, and I'm surprised I'm not bouncing off the walls, but that usually means that I'm getting ready to crash. But while I'm doing the stream, I won't crash, I'll probably just yawn a whole lot. No big deal. Just do what the Greybeards do. Breath and focus. Doing alright playing through Pokemon X as a Nuzlocke challenge, because why not? Nice. Nice, Conker. Nuzlocke challenges are fun. I've done a couple of them myself. Did one for the channel a while back in Pokemon Volt White, I want to say it was. And I, let's see, I think I got to the 5th gym leader. And I lost all but one of my Pokemon. And then what ended up happening to that? I think I ended up like trying to train some new Pokemon that I had off screen, and then they all ended up dying on me or something like that, like because of random crits or something. You remember that playthrough? Yeah. Yeah, I don't think, the next time I approach Pokemon Black and White, I don't think it'll be a Nuzlocke, and I don't think it'll be Volt White. I think it'll just be the regular version. And I don't know what I'll do with it exactly, but we'll see when we get there. I do want to eventually cover it, Black and White 1 and 2, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them yet. So, might be a little ways out anyway yet, because I kind of want to cover some older Pokemon games than those before I get to those ones. But, yeah, that was a crazy playthrough. We got some crazy Pokemon, and so did the opponents, really. So, alright. Speaking of things that were inspired by inspired Pokemon, really. I mean, I don't know that for sure, but I would imagine this game being older than Pokemon and it being a Game Boy game with monster collecting in it probably had something to do with the inspiration. So let's go play it, shall we? And off we go. Which one is my current one? There's my current one. Okay, so I've had Ukulele to Chocobo stuck in my head for like the past 2 freaking days. It's ridiculous, it won't leave my head. But really, can you blame me? Look at this monster. He's too strong. He's so powerful. Now granted, he's about as strong as everybody else is going to be by the time we're done with this world, and he'll soon be getting a transformation so that he can become even more powerful, but for the moment, he's pretty ridiculous. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Final Fantasy Legend 2, the Stream Edition. Last time, we purged Key's body of Ashura's influence, took care of all of the Magi within her body, and then moved on to Apollo's world, where he had a riddle for us in order to find the Magi. We have found 6 of the 9, and I believe if I go right here, there's only 3 left. There's only one other place for us to explore in this world, and that is the mountain cave, where Lynn, the daughter of the lady that lives in this house, is currently looking for medicine for her and probably having a bad time. So we should probably go help her because, you know, that's a reasonable thing to do. She might be able to help us look for the Magi. She might be dying, and in either case, it'd probably be to our benefit to not let her die. I think you came back after losing most of your team, but something about your newly made party had you unsatisfied. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, it was like... I ended up getting, like... I had like 4 Pokemon left, and I played... I remember what it was. I played a little bit of the game after that, and I said, look, with the Pokemon that I have, there's no freaking way that I'm going to be able to get through this rival battle that's coming up after this. And even after that, there was like a... I think there was a battle with N or something at the end of Chargestone Cave coming up, and he had like a full team of 6, and they were all really strong. So I would have lost the challenge like right there and then. With the team that I had, unless I had done like some ridiculous amount of grinding. So maybe that was what led me to do the grinding off screen, and then they all died or something. I don't remember exactly, but that's roughly what I remember. So I'm gonna, let's see, what am I gonna do with this guy? I guess I'm just gonna kick, and then I'm gonna Blizzard. Because for right now, Thunder's a little bit more useful in a lot of cases than Blizzard, because it hits a group for higher amounts of damage. But eventually Blizzard will prove its usefulness, just not yet. Sounds about right. Yeah, that's what I figured that was what it was. But again, not 100% sure on that. But yeah, it's about what I remember anyway. Oh, good, Holfids again. I didn't mention it in the last episode, but these guys, the higher... I mentioned in the last episode that the higher level versions of these guys have a... like, they resist damage and change and everything like that, which means that they'll eventually resist everything except stone, I think, in the game. Maybe circle change in this game lets you resist stone. I'm not 100% sure. But, if you don't have a robot, they're a pretty solid tank for you to have as your main slot, because you can get these guys, obviously, as a monster for yourself. They're in the C group, because of course they are, and they're pretty good. They have a defensive ability, they have a counter ability, they have good strength, agility, and defense. I think their mana is passable, so they should be able to get healed fairly well, but I haven't used one personally, so I can't really say one way or the other. I usually end up using a robot instead of one, but if you don't have a robot, or if you want your robot to work on things other than agility and defense, then more power to you. Use the monster and go nuts. The thing about this game is that it's very... you can play it in a whole lot of different playstyles and still be fine, so it's very... what's the word I'm looking for? I guess customizable in that way. So... And I'm totally 100% biased because I really enjoy this game, but like I don't think that anybody you meet will tell you, nah, this game is shit. It doesn't have good balancing and blah, 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 blah. It's like, did you play the game? Excuse me. Are you sure about that? Okay, so we got a jelly to deal with. I can leave the Kelpie, I think, for Null. Actually, what I might do is I might do this and this, just to work on Kick a little bit, and then have him Gizzard Gigolo, the rest of them. I think that was my old nickname for Blizzard Buffalo, is Gizzard Gigolo. I don't know where it came from. I was probably high and or drunk when I came up with it. I don't remember this cave very well. I don't think there's a whole lot of stuff over here, but it's mainly like the same enemies that you fought in the Cave of Light. And they're really not that difficult to deal with. It's just, you know, the same stuff that we've been doing. I guess Yuumi can keep working on Punch, although I really kind of want to work on her mana, but at the same time it's kind of hard to do that and let Null have a turn, you know. So, okay, let's do this. Worst things happened so far for you has been getting a male Combi as the first encounter of a root, which means that that one would never evolve. Oh, yeah, because only the female ones evolve into Vespiquen, that's right. I remember that. There's an mana up for Null, nice. How's he doing anyway? You've got 26 agility, 16 mana, so you're doing pretty good. And you've got 20 mana. Okay, so you're doing pretty good as well. And Null's HP is really doing well this playthrough. Usually Yuumi's, like I said, quite a bit ahead of him, so. This was not a strike first. So, let's do this. Take care of those guys immediately. I can actually have Yuumi work on mana in this fight, nice. And why don't you just do that? Okay. Yeah, that male Combi really probably wouldn't do a whole lot of good for it. I mean, I guess it could be decent for like maybe the first gym, depending on if they have like a bug or a flying weakness, but other than that, I can't really see it being all that useful. I think I had a male Combi one time when I did a... I'm gonna go check over here real quick. When I did a... I don't think it was a Nuzlocke. I think it was just a randomizer that I did. And I got one like on one of the first routes, and I was like, well, I guess I'll use it for a little bit, and then I ended up not using it for very long at all. Because, I mean, it doesn't really do a whole lot, you know? Did Thunder kill the Medusas last time? He has good mana now, so it should be able to do... And I mean, even if it doesn't, I guess I have Confucius, and he can just use Thunder and zap everything to death, so... Yes, speed it up. We know you're doing nothing. There we go. There we go. Agility up for Yuumi. Awesome. I will take it. Might as well take what you can get in this game, because sometimes it's a little stingy with its stat ups in the early game. Although, really thinking about it, by the time we're done with this episode, we'll be in the mid-game, basically. So we're not really in the early game a whole lot anymore. This was not a surprise attack, so... I unfortunately don't have anything to avoid stone with Arya there, which means she might get stoned, but that's okay. It's fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm gonna... Let's see. I was gonna say I'm gonna, like... Oh, okay. Ow. Speed it up a little bit, but... now I will, because they're all gonna go before... Stop it! There. They're all gonna go before Null. Confucius fell, but that's okay. Not really a big deal. He'll be fine. Everybody comes back to 1 HP after the battle anyway, when you die, or when you get KO'd in the battle. So, yeah, we might as well. Still missing out on that cure spell for Null, but eventually maybe we'll get one. Won't be very good for the playthrough, so you decided to keep it in the PC for a while. Yeah, that makes sense. And just in case you need it later, you know what I mean? This was a strike first, so... Since we have the opportunity, I'm going to use Blizzard. Probably one of the jellies will be alive at the end, and maybe one of the kelpies as well. The poison spiders will be dead for sure. I'm not really worried about the jellies being alive, because I have Arya and I also have Confucius, who can both deal with these things without too much trouble. Why don't we have you use a mana ability, just so that... in case you get a turn instead of Arya. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Couldn't have done that better if I tried. And, let's see, that Hofid would probably die to one laser saber. Definitely want these guys dead, so... And then just, I forget if the chameleons are weak to ice, but I guess we can find out. But yeah, probably for the best, just in case you need it later. Oh, it used that defense ability, which will block physical attacks for it. I don't think it's fully accurate, but like I think it does. It's like as effective as maybe like a silver shield or something. No, it's probably more effective than that because they don't get a different defense ability at a later level. So it's probably maybe it might even be better than a gold shield. Honestly, I'm not sure. Again, it's a monster that I've never used, so I can't really comment. I know it's good, I know what abilities it gets, but it's just not a monster that I've personally used. And typically the reason why is because I usually prefer... Okay, that looks like pick the path. Let's go back here for a second. I usually prefer for my monsters to have some passive abilities that will help us out because like it's not as reliable to get passive abilities from your mutant. So usually I like to have monsters that can supplement that. So like Quinfucius has Warning to supplement the fact that I have Surprise on Null, and so that will help us out. But, so yeah, usually I use monsters with either Warning or Surprise on them as a passive, and then, you know, I try to keep ones that have decent defenses and everything like that, so... But really, Warning is the main one that you want to have. You really, in the mid to late game, you really don't want to go without Warning because then you end up spending a lot of time having to heal after fights, and it just turns into a lot of money, really, that you end up pissing away because monsters do so much to you. There's a rocket. We can sell that for good money. It's a single target ability, if I remember correctly, so not worth it to replace the SMG just yet. But we will get something to replace the SMG in a little while. Little upset that the second encounter on that route was a Ralts. Oh, yeah. Yeah, if that was my second encounter, I'd be a little upset too. It's like, a Combi, really? You gave me this, and then this is what you give me in the next battle? Come on. Yeah, I can understand that. That's... man. That's not fair. Let me put it on fast forward while I take a drink real quick. Yeah, this is one of those caves where I don't really remember where to go because it's kind of all looks the same, really. I know generally where to go, but I don't know, like, I'll probably go through all the little winding paths before we get to where we need to go. It's not a big deal, though. There isn't a whole lot of, like, dungeon map type of a dealies in this game where it's like, you will get lost in here, you know? Like, there's only one where there's a potential to get lost, and it's a late game dungeon, so you don't really usually have to worry about it all that much. Actually, why don't you defend? You do that. And you take care of that guy. And you take care of those guys. Melt down the Hophids. We could use the raw materials to do nothing, because there's no crafting system in this game. Defend against this. Got him. GG's, Hophid. GG's. I think the stairs are down there, though, so I'm going to look over here real quick. Oh, no, I think the stairs are down here. Well, I know there's nothing over in that direction over there. Oh, look, you can even go around to it. Right. Yeah, I know there's nothing on this floor. There's another treasure in this area, but it's not here. It's, like, down a floor, basically, so... we'll get there. How do I want to do this? You know, I could do this. Have you... yeah, we'll just do it the same way we've been doing it, basically. We'll just have them take out the groups. There we go. Bit of a waste to do a whole-ass Thunder on only one enemy, but, like... I know that they'll die before those jellies will cause any problems if I have Quinfucius do it, because he has 32 agility and a one-hit KO button. So... I think I generally want to head southeast, because I'm pretty sure that's where the way off of this floor is, so... Excuse me. The Hophids don't do a whole lot, so I guess just do this. And do this. And do that. Yeah, it's a bit of a thinking game, this one. There's some strategizing involved here that you have to do. Well, I guess you don't have to do it, but it lets you play efficiently, which I always like. So yeah, that's the end of the area right over there. You could kind of see the shadow of the wall. And here's the stairs, which is what we were looking for to begin with. This is not a first strike, so... I think fog should still work on these guys. I don't think they have circle poison. And then this should be okay. I know they're not weak. Oh, okay, they do have circle poison. Okay, well, you learn something new every day. Apparently, they do have circle poison. That being said, they didn't do basically anything that turn because 2 of them were defending and 1 of them hit Arya, so... That, of course, will do nothing. And I guess now we can just go nuts. Yuumi, just in case you get the turn before them. I know Noel won't get his turn, but... Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. They didn't die. I forgot how much defense they had. It's fine. We've got plenty of... Oh, okay. Thanks, Noel. It's not like I don't already have that on Confucius here. Although, to be fair, when Confucius gets his next transformation, he won't have warning anymore for a little while. So, it might actually be worth it to hold on to that if I can. I'm going to leave it still in the last slot because I prefer, excuse me, having the other skills that I already have. So, what do we got here? 2 jellies, 3 Hophids, and 1 chameleon. Okay. How about this? We'll do that. We'll do... We've established the Hophids have an immunity to fog, so I guess I'll use ice. And then I'll use fire. The Hophid whole family group there just looks so goofy. Friggin' dumbass buck teeth smile. It's just so silly. Like, it's one of those sprites where it's like, oh, okay, I guess there was a bit of a pitfall after that, or some sort of slide, anyway. Yeah, it's just one of those sprites, man, where it's like, you know, they weren't like, in the last game, it was a little bit more like, some of the sprites looked almost mystical, the way that they had things looking. They looked like the creatures they were supposed to represent. In this game, it's more of an Akira Toriyama-esque cartoon. So, and there's nothing wrong with it, I'm just, you know, you can see where their priorities were more towards making them look cartoonish rather than potentially scary, you know, or even just mystical, like I said before. We got 1, 1, and 1. How about you do... No, actually, because I guess he could defend it, but, well, I guess it frees me up the chance to do this, then, and then do this, and then pick off any stragglers? The real question is, how do Hophids reproduce? I can't even remotely fathom how to answer that one there, F Master Fubar. But hello, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. We are playing Final Fantasy Legend 2. We have a Chocobo right here. And we're making our way through the mountain caves. Thanks for coming out. I believe this is an elixir. Yes. So just in case your monster was a little bit low on their charges, on their abilities here, you can use that. Yeah, it seems like they did, yeah, like you said, they had a little bit of fun with designing these ones. They weren't just like a you know, slap it on type of a deal, you know. I don't want to do this. So definitely kill the jellies with Confucius. Do the chameleons die to a fog? I don't know. I think the Hophids die to a thunder at this point. I guess we're gonna find out. Yeah, they die to a fog. Good. I usually don't use fog all that much, to be honest, because a lot of monsters have poison immunity. It's like one of the most resisted elements. Because if you have like circle parapoison or just circle poison, which some monsters obviously have in these particular cases, you just flat out have immunity to it. So I usually stick with the classic 3 elements, which is fire, ice, and thunder. It usually works out for me, excuse me. I guess same deal as before. I might end up actually using that elixir because I would like to have thunder for the boss. But we'll get there. we'll get there. It'd be nice if I could get a tent, but, well, those aren't until later in the game. Tents in this game are like elixirs, except they're on everybody. So, I should probably heal after this battle. Okay, nice. Yumi got some more HP. Awesome. I guess I'm going to use her cure book. So, and yeah, I think we're okay on other stuff. I still have an X cure, right? Yeah, still an X cure. I'm not going to use an X cure just for that, though. Like, all of that, that's not really a necessary thing. 3, 2, and 2. I guess same deal as before. Use up all the thunder charges before we use up the fire charges, because the fire charges cost me money. Thunder charges not so much, so. Yeah, we can handle those little bits of damage that they're doing there. And even though Confucius has the lowest HP, he still has the second highest defense, so probably still worth it to keep him in the front row, or the second row rather, keep him as my off tank for a little bit. Eventually Yumi and Null will start to catch up though, so we'll work on that when we get there. I'm just gonna heal him to full real quick before we go here, because I believe the person down there is the girl that we're looking for, so let's go check it out. Are you Lynn? You are Lynn. Hello. Well, we still have an elixir in our inventory. Is that the one that you were looking for? Lynn fell down the hole. Oh, so Dunatis does exist. Okay. Huh. Yeah, well, come with us. We got to get back anyway, so we might as well work together to get you back, so. And Lynn has joined us as our 5th party member. She's not really all that useful, though, because, I mean, she's a little girl, so, like, what do you want? But she only has 100 HP, not the best stats, and she has punch and kick. So, she's all right, but she's not great, and her punch and kick really won't do a whole lot because they're the equipment variation on punch and kick. So they will only do a lot of damage when she starts to... Oh, excuse me. When she starts to get their uses down, and, well... She isn't going to be in your party for very long, so she probably won't cut the uses down very much. I feel like I'm looking at the Spider-Man pointing at Spider-Man meme here. Who do you think you are, impersonating Arya? Okay, so now let's save. I'm actually going to save in my quick save slot here, because Dunatis here is an interesting monster. He's a robot, but he's technically considered a monster, because he is the highest level monster in the game. He's level B. So it goes 1 through 9, and then A and B. So your mutant can get literally any ability in their ability list from this battle. Now I don't need anything because I already have Surprise on Null. I got that from Ashura. If I didn't have Surprise yet on him, I would probably look for it in this battle, and I would reset until I got it. So we would have gone for a little longer on the last stream so I could get here, but we didn't have to because I already got it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this battle just a couple of times, probably like 5. He's really a pushover, to be honest. He really doesn't do a whole lot. I mean, he can beat the sin out of you with some of his abilities, but he usually dies in 1 round for me. So we'll fight him like 5 times, and I'll just see if I get a battle that's acceptable to me. Really, if Yumi and Null get a stat up, or if Null gets Cure finally, I'll be satisfied. But yeah, I'll just see what I can do. So, attempt number 1. Yes, kick the mountain god's butt. Yes. No more singing, Dunatis. I'm ending your solo today. Alright, so let's take him on. We'll just use our strongest attacks. Again, it's not really... Well, actually, maybe I should use a less strong attack. Maybe I should use the gold shield, so I give a chance for Null to actually do something. Because an ice and a fire should be just about enough, I think. Might not be quite enough, but yeah, as you can see, he has an SMG and some other things, but yeah, really not doing a whole lot. So that's actually pretty good right there. Oh, that's going to be hard to take. Circle Change, it gives you resistance to weapons, it gives you resistance to para, and it gives you resistance to... I want to say poison. I think poison is included in damage, though, so I think it's just Circle Para and Circle Weapon. I don't think it gives you Circle Stone, though. But Null's not going to be my tank, so... Pass. Sorry, I know. It was a good ability, I should have taken it, but nah, it's fine. Alright, attempt number 2. This one's first strike, so this will be easy. And we saw last time that he only has like 300 HP, so it's really not a whole lot. Yeah, I kind of want to get Yumi's magic up, or her mana up, so I'm going to just have her use mana. Okay, he has even less HP. I got a chainsaw out of him this time, and Yumi got an HP increase. Yeah, that's not a very good one. Chainsaw is probably worth a good chunk of money, but if Null doesn't get anything out of the battle, not really worth it. So, attempt number 3. Let's try this again, Dunatis. So maybe Yumi won't even get to work on mana in this fight because she's too powerful. She's so strong, she kicks his ass in one turn. Yeah, now I'm going to circle change each time I reset from here on out. Absolutely. I'm going to get everything but what I want, which really the only thing I want now for Null is Cure, but we'll get that far eventually, maybe. I wonder if Kick will do less damage. Let's see. Okay, now Null can get a turn. That's good, good. We're learning. This is a good fight right here, actually, though, because Yumi getting agility up and Null getting mana up is kind of what I would want. It's like the best case scenario, other than Yumi getting mana. If she got mana, it would be the best case scenario, but I can't give her mana without her killing Dunatis in one hit, or making it so Null doesn't get a turn. I might keep this one. Yeah, and I can get Cure anywhere, that's true. It's a level 1 ability, so you can get it from literally any monster in the game, so I might keep this one. This is what, attempt number 3? I think I'm going to keep this one. Because that's a good battle right there, so. And for defeating Dunatis, we get the last 3 Magi in Apollo's world. A Power Magi, a Speed Magi, a Mana Magi, and we also got the X-Cure that Lyn was looking for. As it turns out, she wasn't looking for the Elixir, she was looking for the X-Cure there for her mother, who apparently knows my dad. Okay, hello. What are you doing here? Well, good lord, Arya, they're still standing there. Lyn and her mother are right there. What do you mean bumming around in a place like this? Jesus. Okay. Tempered tantrum much. It didn't even give Dad a chance to explain himself, but alright. I think Arya's assuming the worst. There was an old rumor that went around on the internet that in the Japanese version, Dad, this little plot line here had something to do with Dad being like, doing like some sort of weird infidelity thing where he like cheated on Arya or the main character's mother and something like that. So he, yeah, Papa was a Rolling Stone. Wherever he hung his hat was his home, indeed. Let's hope that when he dies, all he leaves us is not alone. Yeah, there was a rumor going around on the internet. I don't remember if it ended up being true or not, that Dad was committing some adultery on the side there. But it gives you that impression, I suppose. Do I need anything from the shops before we move along here? I guess I could sell that X-Cure and that rocket that I got. I want to keep the elixir, though. It'll come in handy a little later, so. I definitely want to sell the rocket. I guess I'll sell the X-Cure as well, so let's go to the item shop. And then how's everybody doing on abilities here? We need to go back to the Giant's World real quick before we go anywhere, but I have a Thunder Book for Yumi, so she's okay for now for once Fog is gone. And Null could probably use another Fire Book. Okay. Excuse me. So let's go grab those things, shall we? Actually, I'm in the wrong shop. Sorry. I don't need a Cure Book. Thank you. I have enough Cure. Let's go up here. I might even get a second laser sword for Arya since we have so much money. Might as well use some of it, right? I'm going to end up doing that anyway later, so I might as well get it now while I have the opportunity. And we're going to get more money from this. Yeah, 3,400 for that. 150 for that, and I'll keep the rest. So yeah, we're at 60k. I might as well buy some stuff. Fire Book, should probably go get an ice book while I'm at it, but we'll be going back to the Giant's World anyway, so I'll have the opportunity to grab an ice book. So, laser sword. There you go, Arya. More agility for you. Just get rid of that saber. The laser sword is actually the second strongest, or no, it's actually technically the third strongest agility weapon that I'm going to be giving Arya in the game. You don't get a whole ton of agility weapon upgrades in the game, but then again, the speed magi that you get usually makes up for that, so it's pretty good. Let's give that to her, give her a little bit of extra. So she's got 456 on HP. 33 agility plus the speed magi she's got equipped. She is a house. So, let's get rid of the saber. Ain't worth a whole lot, but it'll recoup my costs a little. And now I just need to go buy an ice book, and I think I'm going to get another giant gauntlet for Arya because she's still got she's got 3. But she's got a gold and 2 giant. What am I going to replace that with eventually? Because this is eventually going to get replaced with a shield, but that's not until later. Let's see. Won't replace it for a while, though, because we're not going to replace anything here until we get to... I want to say not the next world, not the world after, not the world after that, but the world after that. So I might as well go get a giant gauntlet. It'll give her a little extra defense. Not that she needs it. She's got, 62 already? So she's in good shape no matter what, but I might as well be in better shape, you know. Let me just really quick look at my notes because I want to make sure I'm going to eat the right monster meat when we go back to the Giant's World. I need to go back there anyway to get a monster transformation before we go to the next world, so... Okay, so here's what we need to do. I'm going to save real quick, and we'll save right here. So we need to go back to the Giant's World, and we need to find either an amoeba or an octopus. One or the other. Both of them will allow me to get the monster transformation I would like for Confucius next. And, yeah, then we'll be good to go. But will I kill with... Oh, okay, well... I guess I won't kill with Blizzard anyway because I'm, not going to get to move. So, Circle Change would have helped me there, wouldn't it? Oh well. Or Circle Para. Thanks, random number generator. Oh, you know what? Before we go, we should probably go tell Apollo that we kind of stole all the magi from his world. He doesn't really seem like he wants magi, but I mean, it might be worth it to just tell him. He is the ruler of this world, after all. Hey, Apollo, we found all the magi. Where'd he go? Well, he's probably just off on a walk in the forest or something. Pay no attention to him, ladies and gentlemen. He probably won't have any bearing on anything later. Anyway, let's go to the Giant's World. We'll pick up a couple of supplies, and then we'll head to the next world, shall we? Epilepsy alert! And let's see. So the Giant's World was the previous world, which would mean it's right here. Yeah, gotta be careful of those flashing lights, but thankfully we got done with the Cave of Light last time, so the only flashing lights we'll see now is just the ones that we see when we move to the next worlds, like that, so. Let me see here. I need to go over here, because the ice books are in the weapon shop. And then the giant gauntlet is in the giant shop, which is directly behind here. Ice book, please and thank you. And don't worry too much about your money. We should have enough money to buy all the supplies that we need after this, because beyond this, I'm trying to think if I'm going to buy any equipment for a while. Probably not, honestly. Like, cause let me look at what everybody has here. Got what, gold helmet and silver plate? No, silver and Hermes for you, so you're probably good until gold plates show up, which I think might be the next world, but I never bought a gold helmet for Null, but we'll get another helmet later on anyway, so I'm not really too concerned about that. Let's see. Bought an ice book. There we go, thunder, fire, and ice. And we'll just do it that way because probably thunder's going to go to Yumi. Same with ice, and then fire will go to Null. So, Arya, why don't you have this third giant gauntlet so you can have like 70 defense, I want to say? Yeah. And almost 500 HP, whereas everybody else is barely pushing over 200. Yeah, she's in good shape. Tanking all of the hits. Is this better than one of the armors that I have for Null? Is it better than a silver helmet? Let me see. Probably not. Usually the helmets are worth a little more defense than the gauntlets. Oh, it's exactly the same. Okay. Well, the gold sells for more, so we'll sell the gold. There we go. All right. So now we're done. Let's go get that octopus or amoeba encounter real quick, and then we will, once we get our transformation, we'll head to the next world. And move right along with the plot, shall we? Okay, so quick save slot, turn on fast forward, and then go from there. Probably just run from any fights that aren't an octopus or an amoeba. Like this one. Oops. Yeah, I probably should have done that like this. There we go. Now I should be in a loop. And we'll probably just do it out here because it's like, you know, the encounters aren't like humongous. I mean, I guess it makes it a lower chance for me to actually get the meat from the monster that I want. Okay, there's an amoeba, so we got to strike first. So let's just have, why don't you do that and you do that. And use up that fog book, and then just zap the amoeba. And let's see if we get what we want. Well, max HP increase isn't too bad. There's another amoeba. I'm not even going to bother trying to get everybody a turn here. I'm just trying to get the... well, you know what? I'll do fog. We might as well use that book up. Okay, more max HP. I'll take it. Here's another amoeba. Yeah, 550 damage now on a single hit from one of Arya's 2 laser swords. She can kill most any enemy now as long as she's the one that hits them. So do that and then do that. Ow. Yeah, that's not the meat I'm looking for. What was the Star Wars quote there? Is it like, this is not the pod you're looking for, or something like that? I don't know. I ain't watched those movies in a while. Ow. Stop it. There we go. That's what I wanted. Okay, Quinfucius, you're going to have to come off of the whole Chocobo thing for, well, quite some time, actually, because the next Chocobo transformation isn't for quite a while. And I'm probably not going to use it because it doesn't have a whole lot of in the way of offense. So the next 2 Chocobo transformations, the next 2 tiers, don't have a whole lot in the way of offense. So I'll probably skip over those 2 and just wait until like I'll have other monsters on the way, obviously, but until the end game, we probably won't see Quinfucius as a Chocobo again. So sorry to say it, but here we go. Okay, so we changed into a Poison Toad. Not really the best monster, has a little more HP, a little bit less on the stats. X Ice. It has the gas ability, though, which isn't too bad. That hits all enemies, similar to Blizzard, except it's poison elemental. So it's resisted by a decent chunk of enemies. But it's not too bad. You could do worse. So we could demonstrate it here, actually. It probably won't kill all these partisans in one hit. And then I could get kicked down a little more and use Blizzard to kill the rest of them. Okay, never mind. I'll just kill them all there. And they'll got Blitz again. Great. See, I'm going to get Blitz in this game where I'm not planning on using it, and then in the one very specific instance that I need it in Final Fantasy Legend 3, I'm going to, like, mess up my monster transformations and not get it or something. Oh, well. What can you do, right? That 4th ability is volatile, so it'll turn into weird stuff. Although I got a pretty decent 4th ability in when I was refamiliarizing myself with this game. I got... What did I end up having at the end game? Epilepsy Alert. I think I had, like, Surprise, Blizzard, Flare, and Cure were my abilities at the end of the game for my mutant. I think I ended up getting Flare, like, near the end game, basically, like, in the last dungeon or something. So it was pretty good. And I somehow didn't lose it throughout the rest of the game, even though I fought a decent chunk of battles between here and there. Because as it turned out, the calculator that I was using has one and only one fatal flaw, and that is that it doesn't have... so when it treats one of the endgame monsters that you get meat for to get the highest level monsters from, it doesn't do the calculation correctly. It thinks that it's moving you 6 ahead in the table when it's supposed to move you ahead 3. I know that doesn't really make sense to anybody who hasn't seen how the monster transformations work in this game. It's a big convoluted mess. But basically just know that it doesn't give you the correct monster result for one of the last ones, which is kind of a pain. Forces you to go out of your way and hunt for other monsters in the final area. And in the final area is like every monster known to man, so it's like, yeah, it becomes a bit of a chore trying to find the one that you want. We need more Magi to open this door, so let's head down here, epilepsy alert again, and see what this world has to offer, shall we? How are we doing? Probably fine. Yeah, we're fine. Love how I said we're fine, but I only checked my robot. It's like, well, it's not really going to help you in any case there. I might even move Yumi to the... well, no, actually, the Poison Toad has decent defense. I was going to say I might move Yumi to the second position, but yeah, it's fine. Lots of weirdos, huh? I wonder what kind of weirdos they're talking about here. I forget if you can get into monster encounters here, but this is a small world, basically. So it's just like, this is the overworld, but it's just a town, basically. So I don't think you can get into encounters for right now here. So maybe later. Maybe when all the townsfolk turn on me and try to kill me. Oh, and that might explain why, because apparently the Guardian's base is somewhere around here. Yeah, you remember those guys that got killed by Ashura's minions in the previous areas? And how they were all looking for the Magi to prevent Ashura and his men from doing stuff? Yeah, they have a base of operations, apparently, and it might just be in this town. Let's see, is there anything worth buying here? You can get Hermes boots if you want to, you know, have multiple people that you're working on mana for. It's not too bad of an idea. Like, let's say you have 2 humans instead of a mutant. It might be a good idea to pick up another set. There's gold plates, but I don't think I'm really going to bother with them. I mean, they give you good defense, but I think I'd rather save my money. There's another piece of armor that I'd like to get a little bit later that I would... It's not going to be too long from now to where we get that, and I don't think we're going to run into any situations where Yumi or Null are going to get viciously murdered and it, like, costs me an entire, like, game over or something. More weird than everyone else in this game? Well, I guess that depends on your perspective. I would have to ask that lady if she's ever heard of the banana smuggling trade. If not, then no, not more weird than everyone else in this game. New stuff we can get here. I believe the Sifa is it's like a Tonfa. So, like, you can block attacks with it. It's strength-based, but it also is like a miniature bronze shield effect on it, so it has like a 50% block rate. It's not too good. I don't really bother with it. Grenade is the upgrade to the SMG, so I might want to get that because the SMG is starting to fall off. Coin is completely useless. You throw a coin at the enemy, basically. It deals damage based on agility. It's not really all that good. Stone isn't all that good in this game either because they nerfed it, I guess. I think they nerfed the base accuracy of it or something from the previous game. You need high mana in order for it to really be useful, and by that point in time we'll have something else that's far more useful than stone, because why get my enemies stoned when I can just get them dead? So do I want a grenade? It's worth 11,000. And I could swear that you get an upgrade to the grenade in the next major world that we go to. I'll hold off, because we have a couple of, we have group attacks on everybody else, and so Arya might have a chance to use the grenade, but, I mean, we have Confucius who has a group attack in gas, but eventually he'll get a better one when we get the next monster transformation. And then we have Yumi and Null who can just do lots of stuff group attack-wise, so. Oh, really? Huh. Oh, okay, huh. So, are they getting kidnapped, or what? Well, anyway, apparently when the heroic tune is played in the cafe, people disappear. If it's something bad, we might want to look into that, so I guess we'll go to the cafe and we'll check it out. So now we'll have a chance to play the jukebox, unlike before. So, where I said, well, you probably don't want to, because until you step on a story tile, it just keeps playing. So... Well, yeah, I mean, even getting the Magi isn't that easy for most people. You don't just stumble across them, you know? Hello, Mr. Meatball, what do you have to say? I know, they're actually rocks or boulders, but... Uh-oh. Bit of an earthquake, huh? Wonder what that's all about. Not directly, no. No, of course not. Why would there be anything here? What's up, bartender? 100 gold for a refreshment here? Man, you guys must not have a whole lot, huh? Sure, I'll pay it. And yeah, he'll tell you to use the jukebox if you didn't know already. So like that guy said, he hears the heroic tune whenever somebody disappears, so let's pay a gold and let's find the heroic tune. Like I said before, you can listen to pretty much any of the tracks in the game. Even if you go all the way down here, you could even listen to the final boss theme. But yeah, let's not spoil that. We'll let that happen when it happens, and it will be glorious. But until then, let's hear the heroic tune. Oh, apparently that opens a secret passage. Oh, okay, and has people pop out of nowhere. Spies for what? Hey! I've been whisked off to jail. I can't go to jail. I'm 6 years old. Maybe. I don't quite know how old. I'm innocent, I tells ya. This is racial discrimination against robots. Oh, apparently Dad's here. Okay. Did you pay my bail? Apparently he has better things than bail. He has information. And yeah, Dad lets us out of prison. Fantastic, but of course he runs off again. Do you know where he's going, or? Well, yeah, we could have told you that before you arrested us and threw us in prison like any old criminal. Yeesh. Oh, okay. So that's why you guys are so on edge, because there are new gods all over the place. And probably, considering the high technology that they have here, they probably have some sort of scanner or something to be like, hey, yo, those guys have 35 magi. We should probably keep an eye on them. Are you sure? Is your captain a robot? Well, it's probably fairly obvious at this point, because I think the one guard in the prison called Dad Captain. But yeah, Dad is the captain of the Guardians. And the in-lore reason as to why I chose a robot as the starting character of the game was that I thought about it and I says, well, you know, the Guardians have access to all this high technology. What if Dad built a robot to help him hunt magi? But then Mom said, no, I want a child, and then the robot ended up being their child and staying at home with Mom instead. So then Dad had to go back out, ended up working a lot harder, try to find magi and everything like that. So that was the in-lore reason, like in-game lore reason as to why Arya is a robot and her parents are human, because Dad built her. It's not a whole lot of lore, but it's something. But again, it's more for the mechanical fact that robots are the best tanks in the game, so since she's always going to be up in front anyway, I might as well make her the main character, you know? Oh, that's not good. Better be careful how we use those things then, huh? Ooh. Hello, sir. Yeah, he must be a smooth talker for all of this technology. He has to do that to fund all this. Only you can prevent Magi from completely obliterating all of society as we know it. By giving me your money. Oh, I didn't even catch what this guy was saying. Let's try again. Oh, okay, the ancient gods. Well, I mean, if they had the Magi, they probably did have super civilization. There's also that. Yeah, that could be part of the problem. It could be the reason why we don't know where they are anymore. If we're not careful, the robots will rise up and find all their technology and then make techno remixes of all their music. If anyone gets that reference, you get the internet cookie for today. It's kind of obtuse. I'm sorry. Let's see. So I heard Venus and Odin. So Ashura, Apollo, Venus, and Odin apparently are the 4 major gods that are looking for Magi. So that's just great. We already took care of Ashura, and Apollo apparently is looking for Magi, even though he said he wasn't. So that's just great. But Venus and Odin we haven't met up with yet. Maybe later. But you get a lot of information about the world building in this particular area, so... Oh, is that what all the earthquakes we've been hearing were from? From the world's getting unstable? From the Pillar of Sky? That's not good. Wonder why that's happening. And of course it makes sense that they would all be telling you all of this because they're trying to save the worlds. Well, he says save the world, singular, but all the worlds, basically. And so they would have all of this interesting world-building information because they're trying to save it. So, yeah, of course. Well, right, I mean, he's your captain, so... He's pretty good, apparently. And I believe this is just a storage room. Yeah, Magi storage, of course. So we can't really go in just yet. Maybe Dad will let us in once he actually talks to us about what the hell's going on. See how many Magi they have here. 4, okay. Well, I mean, that's not a whole lot, but this is a small world, so... Okay, Dad, what's going on? You're the captain of the Guardians, huh? Been hiding other things from Mom, like the fact that you committed adultery? No, that's not true. That ended up, if I remember right, being just a rumor, so... You're really not going to tell me anything about what's going on, are you? Uh-oh. What the hell was that? Something weird's going on outside. We better go find out what it is. Uh-oh. There's monsters attacking the base. Hold on, let me protect the storage room. It's unlocked already. Uh-oh, there's monsters in the storage room. Well, that's not good. Oh, look, a baby dragon. This version of the baby dragon is not the starting one, by the way. This is the slightly better one, which has quite a bit more HP. I think he has like 200 HP or something like that, so... But we got to strike first, so it should be fairly smooth sailing. I'm actually going to use the gold shield just because I want people to get turns here. Fog will just flat out kill him. Kick might flat out kill him anyway. But, yeah, just use Blizzard. Okay, well, that worked out. Everybody has a chance to move, so... Okay, let's... Uh-oh. The Magi are empty! Or rather, the chests that had the Magi in them are empty, so that means they already got here. Ah, crap. Wait, I thought they said there was only 4 Magi in this world. How are there 5 chests? Are there any more? No. Same as before. Wonder what was in the 5th chest. Well, I guess we won't find out just yet. Maybe they found... Maybe there was a 5th one, and it just wasn't showing up on radar or something. Maybe my radar's defective. Thanks, ancient gods. Let's just use Kick and Blizzard. Yeah, we'll try to get Punch and Kick down on uses a little bit so that we can actually use them. Nice, and agility up. Awesome. I'm going to save right about here because this next mini-boss that we're going to be fighting actually has the monster meat that I would like for the next transformation for Quinfucius. So we got to fight him a couple of times probably to get what I want. Excuse me. But we got a preemptive strike, so that'll help a little bit. I guess since I got a preemptive, I might as well just try to get some stats or something out of this. Probably going to need a Thunder to kill him on top of everything else, because, yeah, Tongue isn't really going to do a whole lot. There we go. Hey, got it on the first shot. Hopefully I get some stats out of this, but, well, let's see what Quinfucius turns into with Ogre Meat. Apparently an ogre. Alright, awesome. That's fine. And I got an HP increase. That'll work. And a power Magi. Awesome. So Ogre is the next transformation I would like. It's quite a bit better than the Poison Toad that we were. Punch and Kick here are the monster abilities, not the equipment abilities, so they're a little bit more powerful. I believe punch is like strength times 5, and kick is like strength times 6. Bash is strength times 8, and then you got sleep, which actually works decently often because it's coming off of 32 mana, so it's not too bad if you're not looking to kill something. And then you got ice as your attack all, which will do a little more damage than thunder was doing, just because of the fact that it's coming off of slightly higher mana. So yeah, it's a pretty decent monster. It doesn't have warning, but well, we'll make do without warning for a little while. It's no big deal. For now, not a whole lot of the monsters actually have surprise, so that's the only way you can get back attack, by the way, is if the monster has surprise. Surprise, my sneeze came and then went. Wait, hang on. Excuse me, there it is. Dad, they're killing everyone and taking all the magi. I mean, I've been better. You're still not telling me what's going on. Apparently we aren't going to have a whole lot of time to have a family chat here because the monsters are here, so... Well, then let's make sure that it's not too late to get out. And Dad will join our party as our 5th party member. Again! Because, as I said before, he was masked, so he just was wearing a mask, obviously. He comes with a cure book, which isn't too bad. That'll help us out a little bit. He has an SMG and a Blitz Whip, which I think we can buy already. It's a better version of the regular whip, and Dad can actually make good use of it because he has high enough strength and agility to make it fairly decent. So he can basically use it like a paralyzing thing. To hit monsters with. The gold sword's not too bad. SMG gives him some AoE. He has an army plate, I guess, army armor, army jacket, something like that for defense. So he's not too bad. He'll serve us well as we get out of here. I don't need the monster meat from this monster, but do I want to save before this one? I guess I might as well, just in case something dumb happens, you know. Like we get surprise attacked and then murdered, but it didn't happen. We didn't get a surprise, though, so we gotta... Let's see. How about we just put you to sleep? And we use Fog and Thunder. And then, Dad, why don't you just heal Yumi? That'll work. There we go. And he's got pretty decent mana, too, so he can usually make good use of it there. Put him to sleep. That's good. Just in case that didn't kill him. Ooh, nice. I got ice back. That's pretty good. It's not Cure, but it'll do. Got a Speed Magi there, so another one for Arya. How many Speed Magi does she have now? 5, so that's plus 10 agility from what she normally has. And she already has 33, so 43 agility. Not bad. Alright, let's get the heck out of here. I don't think there are any treasures to get. I think it's just... Like, we've been in all these rooms and there's no treasure, so I think it's just powering your way out of here, really. So... Uh-oh, a magician. He looks like a conjurer. That's how you know he's a bit of a problem. Thankfully, we got a first strike, so this should go pretty smoothly. We'll just use Fog, use Thunder. Let Dad just use Cure on his daughter, his wayward daughter. There we go. And that should be it. Yep, perfect. Got an ice book from him. That'll be useful because now I don't have to go buy it. Null got an HP increase, also good. There's another defense magi for us. Not that I'm using those. Uh-oh, a few of their minions. Well, I don't know if these are minions or just indigenous members of the world, but yeah, Hornets and Poison Worms. Hornets have the honey ability, just like in the first game, so they can heal people, but, well, it won't be a big deal for us. How about we just do this so that I can fight the Hornets? I think they're weak to ice, just like most other low-level, like, fly-type enemies, so you can heal Null. Dad don't really need to do a whole lot for right now. He will be useful later, it's just that we're so strong that we usually don't need his help to kill things, so yeah, there we go. But let's get the heck out of here. Yeah, this is where they took us out through that secret passage, so... let's see. Same thing? Well, it's a swapped monster encounter here. So, we'll just do this. And then, that's a poison worm, so it definitely won't get hit by poison. I might use Punch, actually, and then let Null do the talking. And, yeah, why don't you heal yourself there, Dad? You took a bit of a hit in the last battle. There you go. Alright, so probably going to get poisoned there? No. Not going to get poisoned. Never mind, doesn't matter. We're good. I guess just bash him with whatever we have. I'll use Blizzard. Null's not going to get a turn anyway, so maybe I'll get a chance to demonstrate the Blitz Whip. Let's see. Nope. Confucius too fast. But Null got a mana up, so that's good. How's he doing? Is he at like almost... Okay, he's at 22. That's not too bad. He'll get to 25 eventually. I'm usually in like the mid to high 20s by the time we get to not the next world, but the world after that. So, yeah, we're probably in good shape. They appear to have destroyed most of, if not the entire town, and killed all the people that were here. So that's just phenomenal. Uh-oh, this guy looks tough. Let's save in front of him real quick, just in case. He's not going to drop monster meat, but well, it could go south. Oh, okay, it won't go south because we got a preemptive strike. He has the surprise ability, so he can ambush you, but, well, he didn't, thankfully. I'll just put him to sleep. We'll let, we'll do Fog. We'll do the Thunders, and we'll do, I think he's a little stronger, so he might actually live through a Fog Thunder combo. I'm not 100% sure, though, so I guess I'll just keep using the Cure Book. And nope, did not survive. Good thing Dad didn't use that, because at least it gave everybody a chance, so... Hey, are you ready to kidnap sides? Uh-oh. They've taken Lynn. That's not good. Yeah, we gotta go help Lynn, because she's gotten into trouble because of us. Then we gotta get back there so we can help her out. Epilepsy alert, but let me think here, because I forget if it's this world or the next world, but there is a little trick you can do on the elevator here. So you can turn around while on the elevator. And it changes your direction and your speed, so if you press down, it will actually make it so that you don't go as fast, or if you press up, it'll make you go a little faster. It's not really useful there, but if you go here... Well, first let's check this door to make sure we can't get through. I believe you only need one more Magi to open this door, so it's not really a whole lot. But I believe it's here. Yeah, there we go. So there's a secret weapon shop here. And as it turns out, a couple of the people from the previous world must have gotten out because they came here. So you can buy and sell equipment here. I don't know how I remembered this, to be honest, because I don't think I ever get anything from these places, so... Whoa. And there was a couple more. Let's try again, see if we can get to the next one. There we go. Oh, look, an inn. Well, that'll be helpful. There we go. As well heal up just to get the uses there. Whoop, I missed it again. We'll get it on the way down. Go this way. Item shop, okay. Same stuff as usual at this item shop. Well, there's the gold plate. So probably this is here because the previous world, obviously the shops got all wrecked. So now if you want to buy the stuff, you can. I'm just trying to think if I want those gold plates, honestly. Because, I mean, the little bit of extra defense it gives will be useful. Because if the monsters hit Yuumi and Null right now with pretty much any attack, they are dealing a solid 100 damage to them, so... but it's 20,000 gold that I could save for something else. I think we'll be okay. We'll just leave Yuumi and Null in the back rows there. Okay, now let's go confront this person who's apparently in this world trying to keep Lynn from us. Uh-oh, these are some tricky enemies to deal with here. The Bodok in the middle we've had, that one has access to touch, so obviously you want to kill that guy as quickly as you can. And then you also have the Sprite over there, which I believe it can heal allies, but it also has access to Thunder. And it has pretty good magic power as well, so you probably want to take care of it above most of the other things. Like the mushrooms really aren't a big deal, but yeah, you probably want to take care of the Sprite. It's probably the most the biggest threat of all of them. No, that takes care of that. And that takes care of that. Okay. Yeah, the mushrooms, probably not a huge deal. They have sleep gas, but nah, that's not going to bother me. I am glad that I had Dad attack there, though, because as you saw, Arya actually missed with the laser sword. You usually don't see that when your agility starts to get high enough, but it'll still happen until later in the game, usually. So. Okay, so let's save right about here. Again, just in case something weird happens here. Alright, let's go confront this guy. You better let her go, monster. She doesn't belong in this world. She belongs with her mother. What do you mean? Oh, okay. I see. So, Lynn's father was a guardian. Arya sort of misinterpreted the situation there. Lynn's father was a guardian, and, well, he died in an operation, basically, that he was conducting. So, Arya's father said that he would help Lynn's mother get back on her feet, because he kind of felt like he owed it to her, since, you know, he was a fellow guardian, so he almost felt like he owed it to him. So it wasn't a situation of adultery, it was just a situation of misunderstanding the situation. Arya going way too far into her imagination. Uh-oh, he's gonna do something to Lynn. What do we do, Dad? I mean, I have an SMG, I guess I could just fill him full of lead. Oh, or we could do that. That's fine. What do you mean you'll get the monster, though? Oh, nice. Thanks, Dad. Not that that's really all that useful, so... Well, what do you mean? Why don't you tell her yourself? Oh. Damn. What do you do? Use a nuclear bomb on him? Jesus Christ, there's nothing left of either of them. Well, that sucks. Well, that's not your fault, Lynn. I mean, he was just doing what he thought was best, but... Man. Yeah, he's gone. He's not coming back. That bomb blew him up real good. So... But yeah, we gotta get Lynn home. We gotta get something positive out of all this. And so Lynn will join us as a 5th party member. Alright, let's get that guy out of here. What the? Wait a minute. What did you do? Have a double team clone? Oh, you messing with the wrong person, man. Arya's been looking for her dad the entire freaking game, and now you're gonna gloat about killing him? You're not gonna get away with this, you bastard. Although he is pretty strong, this ninja, so you might want to be a little careful with him. Do I need to defend? I don't think I need to defend here. I think I just need to blast him. Yeah, everybody just hit him as hard as you freaking can. I don't care. I want this man dead. He killed my father. Prepare to die. Lynn comes back with a little more HP and a little bit better skills, by the way. She has access to... It would be... X-Kick is the... if you phonetically pronounce it, but it could be Axe Kick or it could be Cross Kick. I forget if we had access to that yet or not, but it's the next martial arts ability, and I might pick it up, maybe. We're kind of doing okay on our punch and kick charges, though, so I'm not sure. I'll figure it out. Anyway, let's deal with the ninja for viciously murdering my father. Well, there goes his agility, but that's not really going to save him, is it? Yeah. Okay, Noel didn't actually get a turn, but at least he got HP out of it, and Yumi got mana up, which is good. I've avenged you, Dad. Yeah, let's take Lynn home. Poor Dad. I mean, I know he kind of never explained himself, really, until the very end, but, like, he didn't deserve that. Sorry you got mixed up in all this, Lynn. Yeah, again, not your fault. Just wrong place, wrong time. Well, Arya, what do we do now? We've got, like, what, 40 Magi or something like that now? 41? Do we just take them back to our world and call it a day? Well, it is what Dad would have wanted to do anyway, so he would have wanted to gather it up so that people couldn't use it for their own bad time. So I guess we'll keep going. Yeah, we're not going to quit that easily. Well, you know, just want to make sure she got home safe, that's all. So yeah, there you go. So Lynn's father was a guardian. And yeah, got lost, quote unquote, in a mission that he died. And yeah, the captain, our father, treated her like a surrogate daughter, basically. Oh, and he left something here. Okay, what do you leave? A thunder magi. Nice. Thank you, both of you. We will put both of those to good use. Let's see. I'm just checking how everybody's doing on stats here. Not too bad. Not too bad. We used up that fog book as well, which was what I wanted to do. So let's put something else there. Excuse me. I guess we'll put thunder there. That way I got ice and thunder, and then I'll give her the other ice book later. And then we'll go from there. Let me see. Probably move that other ice book up here. Yeah, that's fine. We'll leave it there for now. We'll use it as a replacement later. So now I don't actually have to go buy one. When we run out of our second ice book there, like we've got the one that we're running out of right now, and then once we run out of that one and run out of the other one, we'll go from there. We got a lot of ice to roll around in our team right now, though, so we're in good shape. If you didn't buy a second laser sword, you may want to do it now. Although you'll have a chance when you get to the next world. There is another vendor that sells it, if I remember right, in the next world. But I already did that, so... excuse me. Let me pronounce everything in that sentence so I don't sound like I'm slurring my words together. There we go. Oh, Mr. Moth, you're making a big mistake. We are not about to take no bullshit from you. There we go. Got him. Oh, come on, no. Really? And that's like one of the worst X abilities to get in the game too, is X Thunder, because not a whole lot of things that you get for equipment actually deal with that. That sucks. Well, I'm gonna keep it because I haven't saved recently, so. If you're playing on your own though and you've saved recently, getting that may be worth a hard reset. But we'll play with it. We'll keep going. We'll just, as long as he doesn't get zapped, we'll be fine. If he does get zapped, well, he'll come back with 1 HP in the next battle. Is Apollo home again, or did he, like, really fuck off? Let's go see. I've never checked in here after Dad dies, so... no, he's not here. Okay. Well, I mean, I kind of figured, but... Can't hurt to check, right? Okay, next world. Sorry, Dad, but we gotta move right along here. No time to waste mourning you. Don't think you would have wanted that anyway, so... yeah, I don't think everybody's going to get a turn here, so I might as well just do what I can. Maybe get an agility point. Nope, no such luck. That's okay. And same deal. We'll run our punch down a little bit this way. Ideally, by the time we're done with the next world, we'll have punch and kick in a position. Epilepsy alert, sorry, a little late on that one. We'll have punch and kick in a position where they can both help me out with the next boss that we have to deal with, so. And just in case you're wondering, even if you wanted to, you actually can't go home to tell Mom about Dad dying because Mr. S is still blocking the cave down there to protect it from monsters. So, yeah, you can't actually go there and do anything with that. So, let's see. So that one was the Guardians base world. This is the monster world that we were just at. Is there anything else on this platform? No. So it's just the next door that we gotta go through. So we will, now that we have enough Magi to open it. And right down here. We're getting closer to the center area here. That's what you eventually want to do here, is you want to kind of meander around all the different worlds to get to the center area of the Pillar of the Sky to see what's in there. Epilepsy alert. Yeah, no shops in the Pillar of the Sky here, but we do have a new world, so we're going to see what we can do here. I will make a quick save over the Poison Toad because we don't need that anymore. When's my next monster transformation? It's in this world, right? There's a couple, actually, I think, in this world. Yes, there's 2 monster transformations in this world that we will need to take care of. But the first one isn't for a little while yet, so we don't got to worry about it. Wow. speaking of high technology, look at this place. Fancy futuristic city. And as you'll notice, there's a whole bunch of trees on the outside, but there are no encounters inside of the city. Probably because they got the doors locked. Speaking of which, let's go take a look. Hello there. Ah, okay, so apparently Venus is in this world, and I would guess she's probably the ruler of this world, considering the fact that everybody does what she wants, so... What's up? We'll go to this fancy futuristic city and check it out. Oh, really? Huh. Isn't beauty in the eye of the beholder, though? Doesn't that mean that anybody who lives in the city is subject to potential... Well, I don't want to say anybody who lives in the city is subject to potential discrimination. Not that it matters, probably. They probably don't have any laws against that, so... What dirty things outside? Probably don't want to answer that just yet. We'll get there. Well, I mean, if people keep abusing the Magi, then yeah, of course we're going to have earthquakes. Oh my god, it's even worse than before. I slowed it down because I like this guy's reaction to the earthquakes. I wanted to let it happen so that it didn't like shake real quick, because if you do it in fast forward, it shakes really fast and you almost lose the impact of him going, "Help!" Like screaming because he has nowhere to go and the earthquake just keeps getting worse and worse. I might be a little sadistic. Is there anything upstairs at the inn? Let's go find out. Oh, okay, the pub's up here. What's up, sir? Are we having fun yet? Yes. That's good. If you say no, he says, that's no good. And he's right, it is no good, but I'm having fun. I'm having a lot of fun playing this game. It's a good stream game, I think. It's kind of silly, but it's kind of got that, like I said, there's the little bit of room, there's that little bit of wiggle room where you can play the game efficiently and just feel like you know what you're doing, you know what I mean? Yeah, you would think so, considering he's a moth. I actually don't remember thinking about it, though, if moths have Circle Quake. If they do, I don't know what the hell he's on about. Because it shouldn't bother him at all, so... new weapons at this shop. I mean, there's a couple of old ones, but we also got a flame sword if you're a strength character. I think it deals fire elemental damage, but I've never used basically any of the strength weapons for the first, like, 90% of the game, so I couldn't really tell you. Axe Kick is here. I'm going to call it Axe Kick. There's also the Psychic Sword. It's not as good as it was in the first game. It's not an endgame level weapon, I would say, in this one. But it's pretty good. I might pick up one later when we have a bunch of extra money left over that I'm not using. And then a fire gun. It shoots fire. It doesn't get good multipliers, though, if I remember right, so it's probably not worth buying. I think we get one for free as well later on that I'll probably end up just selling. So. Anyway, let's keep going. Check out the rest of the city. This place is big, so... Oh, okay, huh. Of course you heard it was very dirty. Venus with the cleanliness propaganda, holy cow. Anything in here? Nope. Okay. Another building there. Anybody up here? Nope. Okay. Let's check this building out. I think this is the old weapon shop. Like, this one sells the stuff from the old, from the Guardians base world. So... yeah, I'd have to look it up and see if the Moth class that he would be... like, I think if I remember my Moth classes correctly, he would be like a Swallow at this point. I think that's the Tier 2 Moth. And I don't know if they have Circle Quake. Well, I'd have to look. I might look after the stream, to be honest, because I don't know. It's a good thought. So, I believe this item shop has new armor, though. Yes, it does. So this one has a flame shield. I think we get one for free, so I'm not going to buy one just yet. But if we don't get one for free later, I'll just buy one before we get to the point where I need it. Army helmet and army jackets here. Giant stuff, in case you haven't bought it. There's a Getashu for strength bonuses. You could just buy the Giant's armor, because it gives you a strength bonus. But since I'm not using strength, I may end up actually buying an army jacket. The army helmet, though, I don't think I'll need, because we get I think a Giant's helmet for free in one of the dungeons coming up, so Yeah, not going to bother. And actually, I might not even bother with the army jackets, because in the next world after this one is where the armor that I'm saving my money for is. And it's very expensive to get that armor, so may want to save a little money. Anyway, let's go where we're actually supposed to go now, which is the center of the town. This must be Venus's tower. Considering it looks like a big old cathedral, I'm not really shocked. A whole lot of epilepsy alert going on the sides, though. This looks like a chapel. Maybe they marry people here. It is a beautiful city, so what's more beautiful than a fancy wedding, huh? I mean, I don't know. Have I ever been to a wedding in my life? I might have been to one when I was really young. I don't remember. Anything over here? No. Here? No. I mean, this place is symmetrical because it's a beauty place, so of course there would be nothing on the sides to make it asymmetrical. I would guess this is Venus. Hi. Oh, apparently news traveled all the way here that we beat Ashura. Fancy. Oh, okay, well thank you. I appreciate the gesture. Oh, no? Well, I mean, I'm glad to be able to stay here anyway, but I might want to just move on if we can't find Magi. Not that we can, we have to open the door. But then again, if we look at the Magi here, and we look at the Prism Magi, we can see that she's lying! There's more Magi here than the past, like, 3 worlds combined. So yeah, we need to figure out what's going on here and why Venus is lying to us about this. I mean, to be fair, the Guardian said she was a new god, and, well, we've seen Ashura. He wasn't exactly the friendliest guy, so... Garbage day! Well, we're not going to go poking through garbage just yet. We're desperate for Magi, but we're not that desperate, right? What's up, dude? You weren't here before. This is Nils. Oh, okay. Well, congratulations. What do you mean? What happened to Leon? Did you kill him in a fit of passion? No. No, he did not. This is Flora. What's going on? Yeah, why the long face? Well, you see, I'm one of the horse monsters, and no. I think that was a bad joke even for my standards. My jokes are pretty bad most of the time. Whoa, okay, hold the friggin' phone here. They don't give you health care, and they just kick you out of the city because he had an accident and he got his leg wounded. This place is awful. The future sucks. Anyway, I don't think, yeah, she doesn't say anything new. Okay, well, anyway, apparently Leon got kicked out because he had a small injury, and so Venus said, "No more beauty. I exile you. You are the weakest link. Goodbye." Well, that sucks. Let's see if the guards will let me through. Yeah, apparently they will. Apparently, her allowing me to stay in this world means I can exit and enter the city whenever I want. It doesn't exactly make sense, because as soon as I walk out here, I could get dirty, and then I can't go back in, but, well, I don't know. It's probably not supposed to think that deeply about it. So anyway, we're on the Veldt from Final Fantasy VI now. The only thing missing is the kicking drums in the background. Okay, this battle might be a little tricky. Actually, no, it probably won't be. It'll probably be okay. Because I think you can probably kill the mushrooms. I think a single thunder's enough to kill the sprites. And a fire's enough to kill the Bodox because they're weak to fire, so. Yeah, that'll deal with that. I would prefer you to go first there, Yumi. Thank you. Yeah, and sleep ain't gonna do a whole lot to us, so. There we go. That worked out. And Null got a mana up. Worked out pretty well. I guess it's not just the kick and drums that are missing from the Veldt, though, is it? There's also the fact that there's no Gau here, so. Or is there? Let's go find out after we fight these monsters. Oh, good, a preemptive strike. Perfect. Just what I wanted. We'll do that. Just same thing as we did before. It worked so nicely before. I'll use ice, though. Because they're not immune to ice, so I don't even know why I used that Thunderbook in the last battle. Maybe because I was using ice already. My brain said, yeah, don't keep using ice. It doesn't matter. It's fine. There we go. Yumi got a mana up now, too. And we're getting some good money out of the whole thing as well, so that's nice. Let's see. So you're pushing almost 20 mana. That's pretty good. And Null's at 23. That's also not bad. I think, if I remember right, there's a mana potion. Is it a mana potion or a magic potion? I always get the two mixed up. But I think there's one in this world, so he'll get a little bit of a boost pretty soon. That's nice. Oh, there is a Gao here, except his name is Leon. Can you learn rage abilities from the monsters outside? Excuse me. Yeah, we heard about that. Sucks, man. Sorry to hear that. Oh, okay. Is Flora, right? Yeah, of course. I wonder if we'll be able to get the two of them back together somehow. Now let's go check out the rest of the town first. What's up, dude? Oh, really? Huh. But why would I want to go into the sewer? Maybe it leads out to where that garbage dump was. Oh, really? So even if they're clean, maybe they just throw them down there because they're not beautiful, and Venus says, no, you cannot have it anymore. Well, maybe they threw some magi down the toilet. Who knows? I guess we can go check it out and find out. It's not the craziest reason I've ever had to go into a sewer, that's for sure. Yeah, it seems like Leon's doing pretty well for himself out here, even though he was exiled. Usually when people get exiled in these sorts of games, you never hear from them again, but... Or they go on a 20-hour-long quest to avenge their father. Well, yeah, she seems like she's kind of stuck in her ways, doesn't she? Seems like it's either her way or the highway, basically. And considering she's hogging all the magi, because there's 17 of them in this world, it's probably not a good thing. If she gets too much influence, we'll start having some problems. Yeah, what a dirty town. This place doesn't even have an item shop. It sucks. Oh, really? Huh. Well, maybe there's magi up north as well, in the ruins of the ancient gods. He said were, though, so... Does that mean that there's no ruins there anymore? How does that work? I guess we can go find out. Now we've restored ourselves. Well, we got a couple of leads here, so we can go to the sewers, or we can also go to where the ruins of the ancient gods used to be, and maybe find something? I'm gonna go to the ruins first. We've been to ruins of the ancient gods before, and that worked out for us pretty well, so let's go check it out. It should be just north here, after we get through all the monsters. These werewolves, if I remember correctly, are some of the earliest monsters, at least in this area, that have access to the surprise ability. So if you get attacked by them, you may end up being back attacked if you don't have warning. I'll have warning in a little bit, though, once we go to the sewers, because I'll be resetting for a monster to meet there. So, but we got a preemptive strike in this battle, so it doesn't really matter a whole lot. I'm just gonna bap the Clayman over the head with the thing there. And why don't you hit the werewolves, and then you hit the Clayman? Actually, I might use Blizzard, just so that in case the werewolves live in ice somehow, they get killed. And then the Clayman is softened up for the next battle, or the next turn, and Arya can just take care of him, or Confucius. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Now we're good. And just punch him. Do a little bit of everything. There we go. Yeah, I'll just keep using Blizzard, because... Well, actually, we might just go straight from where the ruins are to the sewers, so I may not save or heal in between, just because. We'll see. Depends on how many encounters I get into. If I keep getting into, like, one-step encounters like this, we might end up doing a little more than I thought. We want to kill the Hornets first. There isn't really a huge threat in this battle. I mean, the Clayman and the werewolves can hit you pretty hard, but the reason why I usually kill the Hornets first is because of the fact that they can use their honey ability to heal their allies. So they're kind of the biggest threat. It's kind of... Oh, look, one of them did live. Okay. I knew I was using Blizzard for a reason. Ah, it's okay. No big deal. Ow. And the werewolves recover HP. So, yeah, as you can see, the enemies here hit decently hard. So it could be a little bit of difficulty for you. It's not too bad, though. We'll probably be fine. I'll use Cure on Yumi. Null won't get his turn, but I might as well. Gotcha. Yeah, we won't need that. And we got more mana up. Awesome. I should probably heal, though. We'll use Yumi's Cure Book. I could keep a Cure Book in my inventory, even, and just, you know, go from there, but... Uh-oh. Look at all this land that they cut the trees down from. I'll bet you this is where the ruins were originally. No, they're not here anymore. Apparently, Venus City used quite a lot of the agriculture here, and used, or not agriculture, quite a lot of the foliage and the trees out here to build the city. Deforestation as well. Man, these guys are racking up their crimes, aren't they? There's 8 enemies in this battle. I should probably defend. That seems like a good idea. Are those Thunderbirds? Those are Thunderbirds. Okay, so that's why we couldn't get a surprise attack there, is because these Thunderbirds all have warning, so... I'll keep working on, yeah, I'll keep working on Punch a little bit. Take care of the Hornets. Get a little agility, maybe. No, I got you covered when it comes to Beak. I was you at one point, so I know all your tricks. How we doing anyway? Let's see. I mean, we're not doing bad. I've used a few ice charges, though. I'd rather be full on ice charges before we go into the next area, because the sewers are a miniature dungeon, basically, so we'll go back and heal. I'm back, Leon. I didn't find the ruins. They destroyed them, apparently. I always thought that was like a neat little detail. It's not really something that you may immediately notice, but it's like, well, this whole place is completely full of palm trees and everything like that, and then there's just a huge deforested area. Like, even here, like, the village has a couple of little places where there were, you know, they had to cut down trees, because obviously, I mean, they need to live somewhere, but they didn't go to the trouble of cutting down a whole huge grove of trees just to make sure that they got their village up and running, you know what I mean? They just used what they had, versus Venus City, which is a gigantic technological marvel that has cut down a huge chunk of the ecosystem in order to survive. It's very 1990s with the message, you know what I mean? Because there was a lot of that whole like being eco-friendly in the 90s. Uh-oh, we're being back attacked. The eco-friendliness message was kind of like a big public service message type of a deal back in the 90s. So, oh, that wasn't really so bad. Okay. So it gives me some good nostalgia. I want to do this. You do that. And I might need fire to kill this werewolf, because they have, like, I think they have almost 300 HP, so... I guess I could have just had Arya do it, but, it's fine. Ow. 138 damage, holy cow. Yeah, we're gonna have to be a little careful, but Yumi got a mana up, so that's good. We got cure books, we'll be fine. Granted, I gotta make these last for a little while, but, it's fine. We'll be good. No big deal. So anyway, here's the sewer entrance that guy was talking about, so... And I am going to save here. We don't particularly need anything for right now, although I do need to find something before we get to... I think it's the second floor. There's a room with a monster, a sub-boss, a mini-boss in it. And I need to find a particular type of monster before getting there and eat its meat, so... that way we can continue on our monster transformation path. 5 Hornets isn't really a whole lot to deal with. And we got a preemptive strike here, so it's really not a big deal. We'll just use sleep. Punch you. And then... will Thunder work to kill them? I don't know. We're gonna find out. It'll kill at least one of them. And to be fair, most of them are, well, 3 of them are sleeping now, so... we got 3 of them. That's not bad. Use the SMG there, Arya. Shoot him in the face. Brrrah. Gotcha. Hey, we got agility. Nice. How we doing there? 30 and 21? That's not too bad. Sorry, I like compulsively checking my stats sometimes. Especially when I'm about to get what's in this chest, because this one has a speed potion in it. So now, Yumi, I almost said Arya. Arya's already fast. Yumi's going to be even faster now. She's catching up. Of course, those Hermes shoes are helping in that department, but, well. she won't ever need to take those shoes off until we get something a little better later in the game, so I wouldn't worry about it. Although I may end up switching Yumi and Null's placement in the party here, because apparently Yumi isn't getting as much HP as she usually does. I mean, that's fine, but whatever. So let's give her +3 speed. Yeah, now she's pushing 33, so she's in the same boat as Arya, although Arya has the speed Magi, so she's a little faster because of that, but yeah, other than that, we're in pretty good shape. Oh, white belt, uh-oh. These guys could be... Actually, no, I think white belts are pretty much like the gangs that we fought before, where they really don't do a whole lot because they have the, like, punch and kick and that sort of stuff abilities that really aren't all that effective, so... I'll keep working on my own punch, though, while I'm at it. I was gonna say, that should be enough to take out those mushrooms. If it isn't, it's no big deal, but, okay. Yeah, we're starting to get to the point now where the monsters are going to start having just enough health to where, at our current levels of strength, we're not going to be able to take them out in one hit. It's not a huge deal. What it just means is you end up using up a little bit more of your resources, trying to use like the books that you get and stuff rather than using your abilities. But it is still better to use your abilities and take 2 rounds than use your books and end up having to spend so much money to fix it, you know. Okay, Chafers and Poison Toads. Got it. And I got a preemptive strike, so it really doesn't matter what I do here, I guess. Let's see. Poison Toads are weak to ice, so we can take care of that. We'll keep working on Punch. And I don't know what these Chafers are weak to, but I guess I'll use the Fire Book. We got a spare, so I might as well start bringing that down a little bit. Yeah, Ogre's pretty good. It's got good strength, it's got good mana, it's got a little bit of everything, honestly. So, the only thing it's missing is Warning, but we'll fix that in a little while. Matter of fact, we'll have to fix it pretty soon because that door up there is actually the door that I need to go into in order to find the next monster that I need beyond this one. Okay, guards. So guards have shields, which means they can probably do some bad things to me there. And unfortunately, he's the one where it's a 1. What I mean is there's only 1 of him. So, let's do that. And let's see, how do I want to do this? I guess actually I could... See, because I really need to get rid of the Bodox. The baby dragons are a little sketchy with their flame ability, but I mean, they're probably the least of my worries in this particular battle, so... And I could even do this, and this, and this, although that leaves the Bodox to dissolve or touch most people, which is not exactly good for me. Of course, if they miss all of their attacks, it doesn't really matter, does it? Hey, a gold shield, nice. That'll sell for good money. Alright, so the way down through the rest of the dungeon is down there. And I think now I might actually start running from a few fights, because like I said, I need to find a particular monster around here, so I might save... Hey, there's a Psychic Sword, nice. That'll come in handy for Yumi, I think, or I'll just sell it. Usually, when it comes to mana, having group attacks is a little bit better, typically, but, matter of fact, I might even eventually get Yumi a laser sword, because once she runs out of punch and kick, she won't really have anything to raise her agility, and I do want her to keep working on agility, despite the fact that, you know, her agility is pretty good at the moment, so. Okay, so, now that we're here, because if I go in this door, there's a mini-boss just up there, and, okay, these guys are a little tricky. Let's see, we gotta strike first, though, so that helps quite a bit. I want to handle this. Probably just do that, and do that, and then do this. And, you know, one of the baby dragons will be maybe alive. It depends on how much damage Thunder does. But, yeah, we should be able to take care of everything else. There we go. Not too bad. Yeah, I won't use the SMG. I've got 2 laser swords. I might as well use them both. And then do that, and then do that. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, I don't need that. But yeah, there's the mini boss right up there. Crab Rave! No, it's a hermit crab. So we need to fix some stuff before we need to fix Quinfucius's current transformation before we encounter that hermit crab, because once we basically I need to be a different monster so that when I eat the hermit crab's monster meat, I end up as a particular type of monster so that we can go through the rest of the dungeon with a rather strong monster on our hands. So I'm gonna go back this way because I know for a fact that on the first floor you can encounter the monster that I'm looking for. So let's go back here. And hope we don't get into too many unexpected attacks here. But like I said before, we should be able to run fairly easily because, you know, we've got high agility among all our party members here. Okay, that's not what I'm looking for. You'll know when I find it, because I will tell you. This is what I'm looking for. Nope. And of course I won't run from it, ideally. If my brain doesn't do a heckin' brain fart here. Yeah, I think I planned out the monster transformations where I don't have to do this too often. This is probably one of the biggest parts of the game where we will get a little hung up depending on the monsters, because there's a total of, I think, 3 transformations that we have to do in the next 2 worlds, so it's a little bit of a bottleneck. But after those 3 transformations, we don't have to do a transformation again for quite some time after that, and then there's only like 3 or 4 left that we need to do for the entire game. So yeah, we'll be in good shape once we find what I'm looking for here. Gotta be around here somewhere. I don't think we've seen... No, actually we have seen monsters, if I remember right, of that particular monster family that I'm looking for. I think this is the 2nd tier of them, if I remember right. I don't think they're that rare. I don't know if monsters even have a rarity in this game. Like, I know one particular monster that's rare, but, like, it's a bit of a different story. It's in the final dungeon, so it's supposed to be rare because it's like almost like a super boss, basically. Speaking of which, there is what some players would consider to be a super boss in this game, and it's not Neptune. And we'll probably be fighting it as well, once we eventually get to what I'm looking for. It's like I'm getting everything but what I want here. Of course, it's usually how it works. I might reset the RNG in a couple of minutes, just to preserve my sanity if I don't get it. Yeah, definitely getting everything but what I want here. Oops. Maybe closer to the entrance? I don't think that's how this game's enemy cells work. But I mean, I don't know. What do I look like, a programmer? Nope, don't think it's going to make any difference. Alright, I'll do a couple more battles and then we'll reset. Just to, you know, make it a little easier. If I can ever find another battle. There we go. But yeah, hopefully it won't take too long to get this. I didn't plan on finishing this world today anyway, to be honest. There's a little bit of things to do after we get out of the sewers. The sewers aren't particularly long, but there is more to do after that, so... Uh-oh. Okay, now I'm going to reset because I got back attacked. Let's see. That would be this one. Yeah. Back in Crab Rave room. We'll go back to the first floor to look around for what I'm looking for. And that's not what I'm looking for, so we'll get out of here. Nope. Back. Yeah, probably this is the biggest, I would say this is the biggest barrier to entry in this game, is understanding the monster transformations. It's a little on the obtuse side, and it's not, I mean, you can, I guess, just eat any monster meat you come across, but more often than not in this game, if you just eat whatever you come across, you can actually screw yourself in some cases and get like a really bad monster. Because, well, until later. Eventually in the game you'll get to the point where you won't really screw yourself because you can't... As far as I know, once you go up a tier of monsters, like if we go up to tier 3, which we'll be doing in a little while, you can't go back down to tier 2 or tier 1 if I remember correctly. So it sort of saves you the trouble of having to worry about, well, you know, if I eat this monster, I'll end up being a level 3 monster, and I'm level 10 at the moment, so... It saves you a little bit of a headache, like from in the first game. So. But yeah, it's probably the biggest barrier to entry in this game is just understanding how the monster transformations work. I made sure that I was very particular about which transformations I was going to do when I made my notes for this game before. Because I said, you know what, I would rather not have to deal with it if I can afford not to. Of course, I could just keep going in the dungeon, but the problem is that the guy that's in that room, in Crabrave room there, he has a key that I need in order to get further in the dungeon. So, and I can't kill him. Well, I can't get the key without killing him, and if I kill him, I don't have the chance to get the monster that I want for a little bit of time, so... Yeah, usually it's not this difficult to find what I'm looking for. Again, it's probably just bad RNG. I guess I could do this, and then do this. I know that you do encounter it here in the sewers, because I've actually done this transformation, like, word for word before. Whatever word for word would be when it's, like monster by monster, I guess. So. Yeah, not having any luck in the encountering the monster I want department. Apparently these games really like screwing me over when it comes to encountering particular monsters. We all remember how badly it gotten some of the stuff in Final Fantasy Legend 1. Hey. But hey, if this is the worst part about this game, then, I mean, I'm perfectly okay with it. The rest of it is so above average and acceptable and good, or great even, that's if this is the worst it's got, then bring it on, you know. You can't stop me from playing this game. I will continue. Eventually. Once I find what I'm looking for. Yeah, you can definitely encounter the monster I'm looking for on this floor. Because I've done it before. But apparently not today. So apologies for the slight boredom of the past few minutes. It just happens, you know. This is the sort of thing that happens sometimes. These games are pseudo-random. Sometimes it's streaky, sometimes it's not. Sometimes you get the monsters you're looking for right away, or you get the meat that you want right away, like with the ogre fight there. And sometimes you don't get what you want at all. So, it's just the way the cookie crumbles. I used that exact expression in the Final Fantasy Legend 1 playthrough, and it took forever to get stuff after that, so... I might reset again in a minute just to reset the AI. Reset the pseudo-RNG. I'll do like 5 more battles and then I'll reset. That's one. And after I reset, I'm probably going to take a drink of water because I've been going for a little bit, holding down buttons without getting what I want. So, what was that, 3? This is 4. If you just give me what I want, game, we can all go home. Okay. So, first things first. Take a drink, and then we'll keep looking. I guess I might be able to look in this room, too. I don't know if the encounters change in this room. Like, I know later on in the dungeons, you'll get different encounters because there's more monsters and slightly different monsters, but, okay. There it is right away. I should have just stayed here in the first place. Yeah, these, it's called a live orc for some reason, but it's a living oak tree. And that's the monster that I actually need right there, so we're gonna see if we can get it. We gotta strike first, so that helps quite a bit. These harpies are a little bit dangerous. Really everything in this battle is dangerous, if I'm being frank with you. But, yeah, we'll take care of them, it's fine. We got fire for the live orcs, we got electricity for the robots. Yeah, those mech bugs are robotic enemies, so they'll, you gotta be a little careful with them. They're pretty powerful, but, yeah, we got it. Alright, now give me the live orc meat. Thank you very much. Didn't even need to reverse psychology that one. Perfect. Okay, so just check my notes, make sure this is what I'm looking for. Yes, this is what I'm looking for. Awesome. Confucius, here you go. And the ogre has changed to a piranha. Not the best monster, but it does have 358 HP, so that's not too bad. Circle Fire is okay. X Thunder's bad. It has really bad abilities, but once we fight this mini boss coming up ahead, if I get its monster meat, we'll turn into something much better. So let's excuse me, let's go up there now, and then we'll use our quick save slot again before fighting it. All right, Crab Brave, time to go home. Closing time. So this is a hermit crab. You normally don't encounter these guys until not the next world we go to, but the world after on the overworld. And so because of that, it's actually a good gateway to getting to a fairly high level monster. I don't think it lets you get to tier 3, but it lets you get to the upper echelon of tier 2 monsters. And they all have pretty good HP and everything, as you'll see in a moment. I think this guy, I don't think we got a preemptive strike, so I guess just Tusk. Actually, you know what, just use Finn, because I would like to use this last ice book if I can. And then I think they resist fire, but I think they're weak to thunder, so this should be good enough to kill them. An ice thunder combo. There we go, got him. Now will you drop your monster meat? No, but you gave me some good stuff. Okay, well, you get a key for defeating him. Now, if I remember correctly, you can just go out of the room and come back in and he's alive again, right? Yep. So you could do that if you so choose, but I think I'll just reset. It's fine. So if you get like some good stuff out of the battle there, like, I mean, I got good stuff out of that last battle, so I probably could have kept that. But I mean, whatever, no big deal. Let's try again. And since we've done this already, I'm just gonna fly right through this. Use ice, use thunder. There we go. Null got a mana up. And we get a key. I might keep that one because Null's mana going up is a good thing. Let's see if I can get out of here and get back in without getting into too much trouble. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Let's try again. Okay, this again, so that. Oh, I forgot to equip another book. That's okay, I can work on Punch while I'm at it. Okay, well, not a whole lot of damage, but it'll work. We can just do this. Gotcha. And Null got max HP. I probably could have, probably should have saved before fighting him again, but no, that's okay. I'll keep it. Okay, so if I don't get the meat on this one, then I will reset, I think. Let me get another strike first. That's perfect. I keep forgetting to equip the another ice book. I could use a thunder book, but it probably would kill him in one hit, so I would prefer not to, because I want to give Null a chance to fight. So go that. Okay, we got it on the third try. Awesome. So now we give this to Confucius and Piranha. Confucius as a Piranha changes into a Gazer and Null gets another mana up. This is very good. So Gazer is an eyeball. Nice thing about Gazer, it comes with warning to begin with. That's the first thing. Second thing, it has a couple of status abilities. Gaze is the ability that it's the big guys were using in the previous world. It paralyzes. Flash can blind enemies, but really the main thing about the Gazer that's really good is the beam ability. It hits a group of enemies for non-elemental magic damage, and it's coming off of 49 mana. If Confucius was hitting hard before with Thunder at, what was it, 29 or 28 mana, this is gonna murder stuff. Oh, he's gonna be a house again. My little Chocobo is gonna be a house again. Are we gonna run out of space here? No, we're not. Because I think most of the rest of the stuff you get in here is just Magi, so. There might be a couple of treasures, but. And actually, we're gonna free up a piece of inventory right now because I'm gonna give Yumi another ice book. Or do I give her the fire book? I might give her the fire book because there's some enemies in here that are weak to fire that I would really want to go first to deal with. So And then we'll give Null the Ice Book, because he's got, I mean, he's got Blizzard, but like if he had an actual Ice Book, it would come in handy as well. I just hope he eventually gets rid of X Thunder there, because that's not a good ability at all. I would rather he get rid of it and get something like, say, a Cure. But anyway, that takes care of that. So now that we have the monster we want, we can continue with the dungeon. See, that didn't take too long. Maybe, what, like 15 minutes? That's not too bad. Considering in previous iterations of this, I'm just going to run from any fights until I get to the next floor, just because we fought the Hermit 3 times, so we might as well. Of course, now they're going to encounter me every single step, so... But we'll demonstrate Beam in a moment. I just want to get to the next floor. There we go. Now we're good. Let's move right along, shall we? See what else we can find in this God's forsaken place. Like more white belts and more chafers. That was not a preemptive strike, so let's do this. Do I need to use Beam in this battle? The only problem with Beam is that it only has 15 ability points. So, because you only have 15 uses of it, sometimes you have to be a little bit careful with using them. I might use Gaze instead in this battle, so that way Yuumi and Null get a chance to do something. Is that what I want to do? Or do I want to just Beam one of the groups and just kill them? Well, how would I do it if I did that? I would probably kill the white belts. I would have Yuumi work on Punch. And then Null, I would probably have use Fire. So probably I should do that on the white belts, actually, because they're a lesser threat than the Chafers. So kill the Chafers with Beam, punch the white belts, and then use... yeah, just use Fire. Okay, Quinfucius, show me how powerful your Beam struggles are. Oh, man. He's pushing almost 400 damage now. I love it. He's so damn strong. It's ridiculous, man. And Yuumi got an agility up. Nice. Very good. So yeah, that key that the Hermit Crab was holding will open these doors, which gets you access to the treasure rooms in the sewers. Sure, why not? Alright, fair enough. I'm going to save right here, though, because if you open one of these chests, I think it's this one, the treasure box is trapped with monsters. Pretty strong monsters, too. These guys are a higher tier than the ones that we're encountering normally. Like, the Bodocs that we're encountering right now are one tier below these Phantoms. So these are like tier 3 monsters right here. You could use them as a transformation method in order to get to tier 3 yourself, but if I remember correctly... Yeah, I'm going to get that in the next world anyway, so I don't got to worry about it. I don't think. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to double check my transformations, make sure they're correct before I continue here. Let me go get my calculator. Hold on a moment. Let's see. Calculator, what will you tell me about my monster transformations? That's in this folder. This folder here, right? There it is. Right above my SMT Nocturne calculator. No big shock there. Games are very similar. Okay, so we have Big Eye, Gazer. What happens if I eat? This one, tier 3. Which is hold the phone. Hermit meet again. Okay. Yep. Okay. So yes, my transformations are correct. So we don't actually need to eat Mephisto or the Phantom here. I guess I could have checked what they transform into, but I just closed the calculator. It's fine. We'll be alright. We got a first strike on these guys, so I guess we'll just kind of hang about, won't we? Probably a fire will kill the Mephisto. I guess I'll just flash this guy. Null still has a fire book, right? So I guess I'll just use that. We'll work on kick a little bit. And yeah, you still got a fire book, so that should be enough to kill the Phantom. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I mean, it's weak to it, so I would imagine. Yeah, that's enough. Okay. they got HP, but they don't got that much HP, so... Alright, just waste your turn there for now, Quinfucius. That's the only thing about this particular transformation that might be slightly underwhelming, is that a lot of the time Quinfucius kind of has to waste his turn in order to conserve my beam charges. I mean, I do have an elixir, I guess, but yeah. And you can fight this battle as many times as you want, because the chest will stay trapped by monsters. So if you need to, like, let's say you have a couple of monsters and you want to use the Mephistos or Phantoms in order to get yourself up on monster charges, or let's say even you want to use it to grind stats or something, because they're pretty high-level monsters, so... Let's say you want to lose X Thunder, you could probably fight the battle over and over again until you lose it. It's fine, I'm not gonna... We'll play with what we get, it's fine. I already did a little bit of soft resetting in order to get surprised, so that's enough for me. I was gonna say, is there anything that's left in the water here? But no. Yeah, don't gotta worry about that just yet. There is a section, though, coming up, I think, where you can... where you want to stay in the water because there's a treasure chest down there. I forget which one of these is trapped, so I'm just going to save really quick before I get into trouble. It's this one? Yeah, it's this one. Okay, that's fine. We'll fight it because, I mean, it's no big deal. Oh, crap, there's like 3 of them. Holy cow. So we established that one fire will kill the Phantoms, but also the Phantoms will probably kill me, so... I don't want to do this. SMG, beams. Actually, I'm going to do it this way, just to make sure the Phantoms are dead. Do it like that. And then we'll do Thunder, and I think these guys, the Mephistos, are immune to fire, so let's just use Thunder. Beams. There we go. And that should take care of them all. Yep, awesome. But don't underestimate these guys. They can do a lot of damage to you, as you can see right there. 269 damage to Null. That's ridiculous, man. They give good money, so it's not bad. I didn't get any stats from any of those guys. What the hell, game? You've got 25 on your cure book. You've got 25 on your cure book. So I guess it doesn't matter who uses it. You're going to end up using it. Both of you are going to end up using it, actually, because I didn't quite get enough to... heal you to full there. That's okay. There we go. Alright, let's see what's in these other chests, shall we? Some more Magi, of course. Thunder, defense, and ice. Awesome. So yeah, just leave the monster in a box chests alone. We'll deal with them better in Final Fantasy II when we eventually get to that one. So, Noel, how's your fire book doing? Oh, you only got 2 charges left on it. Okay, we'll burn through those in a minute. Yeah, we're starting to get up there on the money, though. It's not going to be a problem for us in a little bit. I need to get 3 pieces of armor, though, when I get to the next world, and they cost a bit of money, so that's why I want to kind of conserve a little bit. Like, the amount that we have now, I think, might buy us 2 of the 3, I think. I'll have to look again once we're done with this battle. But we definitely want to make sure that we have enough. So I don't got to worry about it. Just gaze, because we're going to kill them anyway. We'll keep working on kick. And then I guess I'll do fire. I don't know if it'll kill the poison toads, but it might. It'll kill at least one of them. And this is a preemptive strike, so I guess it doesn't matter. Especially since they're all paralyzed anyway. So. But yeah, the abilities that the Gazer has as skills there, okay, those are pretty good. That's pretty good. I would have preferred mana, but yeah, whatever. Null's getting up there. It's fine. But yeah, the side abilities that Quinfucius has as a Gazer aren't too bad. Gaze in particular is fairly strong because it paralyzes an entire group of enemies. So having them all lose their turn like that is pretty good. And he's got the mana, actually, to use them. So That's one of the things that in this game in particular that I like about monsters is that they usually, if they have a status effect like sleep or gaze or something like that, they usually have a high enough mana stat to back it up as well, because that becomes a problem with humans and mutants is that they can get status effects through books like the stone and sleep statuses that we've seen, the temptation, but they usually don't have the mana to back it up, so that they can just, you know, be good enough to actually use them well. So yeah, that's usually, it's a bit of a shame, but I mean, it'll happen, so. Excuse me. Oh, that Chafer stole my money! Kill him, Quinfucius, he took my money! And he took more of it. Beams. Got him. It's okay, he only stole 140, that's not really gonna, and I mean, we got 840, so. Oh, a punch, really? That's what you're gonna give me? It's practically just a waste of my inventory space, but then again, I've got a lot of it left, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, we got plenty of space left. We're good. And actually, again, like I was thinking about it last time, think about it this time, we just finished up our fire book, so now I can just stick the ice book right there. Okay, so Null, you can be ice and thunder, Yumi can be fire and thunder. And we'll move from there, with that being our modus operandi. Here's where I was talking about before, where you gotta go in the water to grab something. An elixir. Another one. It's pretty good. Oh, this is okay, it's not too bad. I was gonna say, this is gonna suck, but it's not because the monsters aren't too bad and we got a preemptive strike, so. But if there was like 5 of each enemy here, we'd be in a little bit of a pickle. And if we hadn't gotten a preemptive strike, that obviously always helps. Just beams the guards. Or do I want to gaze the guards? No, because I kind of want to use up one of my kick charges. Like, I want to keep burning through punch and kick if I can for a little bit. And then just use ice. Yeah, that should be fine. Got him! And that sound effect sounds like something that would just sear an entire group of enemies out of existence with that. It's great, man. Well, the way forward is that bridge, but there's a treasure chest up there, so obviously we're gonna go grab that first. Yeah, just beam the Clayman. Again, I just want to work Yumi's martial arts down to a little bit less so that she can be in good shape later. These guys are weak to ice, so I guess I'll use my ice book. I got a spare, so it's not like I gotta worry about that. Nice. Good defense, Arya, good defense. You don't need that. Of course, now I'm gonna get meat drops left and right because I don't need any of them. Obviously, that's how it usually works. There's a Giant's Helmet. And actually with that, because I'm gonna give that to Null, I am actually gonna move him into the 3rd slot in the party because now he's even tankier than, he should be even tankier than Yumi is. Yeah, he's got 20 defense, so he's in pretty good shape. We'll stick Yumi in the last row, but that's okay. Not a big deal. She'll gain more HP eventually. There's quite a few opportunities for her to gain HP in the late game as well because of the way that some of the later battles go. So let's just say by the time we get to the end game, our human and mutant, well, Yumi will get the chance to move because she'll have high agility, but Null will basically never move once we get to the end game because of the fact that some of our stuff that we'll have will be so powerful that he'll have to get all of his stats before we get to that point. That's the gist of it. I don't even think I need to defend against these guys. I mean, I guess maybe the Chafers, but it's probably fine. Especially if Quinfucius just kills them all. So let's do that and that. And we'll see how it goes. Okay, that's pretty good. So you got 250 HP. Let's see if you can do enough to kill them with Thunder. Not quite. Okay, that's fine. There ain't too many of them, so I'll just use Flash because that's kind of your throwaway ability is Flash because it's blind is okay. It's if I remember correctly, it reduces. It's just like in other games where it reduces your accuracy, so it probably reduces your agility. But I'm not 100% sure about that. I typically don't use it very often myself because, I mean, usually if an enemy's attacking me physically, I have a robot to defend. So, I mean, I guess in situations where we gotta strike first here, right? Yeah. But yeah, if you're in a situation where you don't have a robot, I could see it being fairly useful for you. Who am I gonna beams here? I guess I could SMG the baby dragons. I could beams you guys. I want to use thunder on the baby dragons. And I guess I'll use thunder on the chafers as well. They might live, but we'll be fine. Beams. Yeah, we're good. Yumi's got enough mana at this point. And yep, that should be enough there. And there's some HP for Yumi even. Nice. Hey, wait a minute. This place looks familiar. Yeah, so in case you didn't know, we were on the other side of that door just a few minutes ago. So we're gonna go check that out. Are those hornets? Yeah, those are just hornets. Gaze, and then... Well, Null's gonna kill them, but Gaze will happen so that they don't get a chance to heal, basically. Which is what I would prefer. I would also prefer if Arya would hit all of her attacks with the laser swords, but whatever. It'll happen. Okay, so we got rid of one of the Thunderbirds, so that's fine. We'll just use Flash, we'll use Thunder, and we'll use Kick. There we go. Oh good, Null got mana. Nice. But yeah, we were on the other side of this door just a few minutes ago, so... And now we're back in the city, but if we look at our Magi counter, we only found a few inside of the sewer there. There's still 11 hanging around here somewhere. Where could they be? Find out right now, because we're gonna go look. I'm gonna move this elixir up actually, because we'll probably be holding on to it for a little bit. We won't need this key anymore though. That's just the key to the sewer, so unless you're planning on going back there for some reason, into those rooms to get like Mephisto's or Phantom meat, you won't need the key anymore. And I think if you need the key and you don't have it in your inventory, you can just go to the hermit room and kill him again, so I think. I forget if that's how it works or not. Oh well, doesn't matter. We got 62,000 gold at the moment, so we might be able to make some good use of that at the shops. Before we do, though, in order to trigger the next story event, we actually have to talk to Flora again. We should probably let her know that her husband's doing okay. Or her husband, well, she wanted her husband to be Leon, but yeah, we gotta talk to her again, that's the point. Oh, so Venus is ordering you to marry Nils, huh? Oh, that kind of sucks. Sorry to hear that, but you might want to know that your other husband, Leon's, doing all right. Okay. Another earthquake. Yeah, everything's shaking, Yumi. Thank you. Whoa. Earthquakes are so strong, they'll cause a volcano to pop up. Not very often a whole-ass volcano just pops out of the ground like that. What is this place? The Primordial Soup? I mean, to be fair, I think if Venus's rules to us apply to everyone, you could just leave the city and go out there and see him, but I guess that would make it so hard for you to marry Nils, huh? Well, yeah, it's kind of a bit of a jungle out there, but I mean, Leon would keep you safe. We just have to, like, maybe we could deliver a message to him telling him, hey, you want to come visit. So, actually, let me do this. I know I have less stats than I need, or less ability charges than full, so I definitely need to use the inn. There we go. It's interesting playing this without having access to the cure ability, though, because it means I kind of have to live a little on the edge sometimes in terms of my HP. I can't just heal after every single battle, you know? So, it's interesting. I haven't done that before. Yeah, Flora ain't giving up her shopping for being with Leon. I can't say I blame her. This place has some pretty good stuff. So, yeah, 8,500 gold will definitely go a long way for us, so I guess I'll get rid of that Psychic Sword for now. I could use it, but yeah, it's fine. I might get a Laser Sword, though. I think I said that already, though. I might get a Laser Sword for Yumi eventually, once she runs out of punches and kicks. But those are doing pretty good for her for right now, so we don't got to worry about that for too long now. I don't think we'll get Punch and Kick down to the end of their uses before the end of this world, though. And this is the last, like, before you leave this world, it's your last chance to buy a laser sword, because after that, I think they switch it to the next upgrade to the agility weapons. Although that wouldn't be a bad thing for Yumi to have either, thinking about it. So maybe I'll just wait until then, because, I mean, it'll be expensive, but, like, I should be able to afford it, I think. I bet. We'll see. Yeah, so we got 31 of those uses left still, so we're in good shape. And I mean, I do have an empty ability slot for Yumi there, so I could do something with that later. Oh well. Anyway, we gotta go check out the volcano now, because maybe some of the Magi were there. Maybe that was like part of the old ruins of the ancient gods. Maybe it, excuse me, like an underground volcanic, like geothermal plant or something like that. That's how they kept everything moving in the relics. And we're still allowed to go through the gate. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Hold on. We gotta go back. I gotta go check in on Venus. Tell her that I found some Magi in her dirty sewer. Sounds vulgar. Because I forgot to mention it to her. How very strange and curious that you have just regular Magi lying around in the sewers. Why do you suppose that is, huh, Venus? Okay, so she says something new now that the volcano popped up. Well, there might be. I guess I'm gonna go check it out because you're mentioning it, so I'd rather get there ahead of your guys. But if you talk to her just after coming out of the sewer, she'd say, "Oh, what? You found Magi in the sewer?" No, those have got to be fake. They can't be real. So, sure, Venus, whatever you say. Do I need anything else in terms of equipment? No, I think I'll be good. Like I said, we're living on the edge a little bit in this playthrough, so we're still sticking with the silver plates until we die. Which we probably will. But that's okay. Alright, so let's get back to the village. And once we get back to the village, then we'll head for the volcano, and we'll see what we can do in there. And probably after the volcano, we'll call it a day. Because after the volcano, there's a little bit of a story bit, then we go to the next world, which is a shorter world, and then... what's after that one? There's another story world, it's a bit of a longer one. And then we'll go from there. Venus wouldn't know a Magi unless it was a glittering jewel. I guess I better not show her the Prism Magi then, huh? Holy cow, she ripped that out of my hands faster than I could even put it back. Wouldn't be good. Oh good, a Bodok right out in the overworld. Probably just beams it. Because why the hell not? I'm already here, so... and kick. Might not kill those worms, actually. They might live. We'll see. Maybe not. It's going to depend on how much damage Thunder does. I don't think Null's at quite the point, yeah, where he can one-hit KO with his own abilities. Like, most of the time right now, his abilities that... he can one-hit KO with a book, but not with his own abilities. Eventually that will change, but, yeah, you know, not just yet. And we got agility up. Nice. Very good, very good. Just want to keep working on that agility. I forget if there's any more speed potions in the game. Probably one more. So basically her agility will be... eventually, once we get some better equipment late in the game, her agility is going to be whatever it is currently plus 8. So she technically, at the end game, if I didn't get any agility for the rest of the game, will have 44 agility. That's not quite good enough. I want her to have about... I think I want her to have about 70 agility in the end game, which should be feasible. It sounds like a lot, but remember that we're getting some from the potions, and we're getting some from the armor that we're going to get for her later, so she'll be okay. It looks like a lot because it's almost double what we have right now, but it's fine. We'll get it. Null, yeah, as long as he gets his mana above 50, I don't care. That's about all he needs. But ideally, it would be better if it got up to, you know, closer to the 70 agility that Yumi has, but, you know. Yeah, Venus is forcing Flora to marry Nils. There wasn't a whole lot we can do about it without directly defying Venus and getting our asses beat, so... You might want to go back to the city and do something brave and or foolish while we go to the volcano. Let's see, probably just this. And yeah, might as well put Gaze to use. And then we'll do Ice, and I'll keep working on Punch and Kick. Nice. I love it when a plan comes together. And Paralyze apparently works pretty good in this game because, I mean, sometimes they'll break out of it right away, but it usually, at least in my experience, it usually doesn't, they don't break out of it as quickly as they do with Sleep. In a lot of cases with Sleep, they just break out of it right away, for me at least, so, yeah, it's, usually it's a little better. What do I want to beam here? I could beam the Sprite just to make sure that it dies. Yeah, there might be one mushroom left at the end of the fight. Whatever, no big deal. Let's see. We'll just do that. And then fire because there's 2 Bodox, so... Yeah, definitely want to get rid of those sprites first, though. They can be nasty. Their healing ability is pretty good. And they have access to the monster ability Thunder, so it'll do some... Okay. Well, that's... I'm just getting surprise everywhere this playthrough, apparently. I didn't even have to reset on Ashura. I could have gotten it right here. Well, that's okay. It's not X Thunder. That's all I care about. Apparently now we can double surprise enemies. You know how hard it is to get this ability normally? And I just got it like nothing. My luck, apparently, is turning around from Legend 1, where I couldn't get what I wanted ever. Like, my Mutant's abilities in Legend 1 were just a meme. They were so fucking bad. Oh, cool detail, by the way, I want to show here for the visual details. So there's smoke coming out of the volcano, right? That's what the little clouds are there. If you walk into it, your sprite disappears behind the clouds. I love that. I love these little things that they do with the visual details in this game. It's so cool. Maybe I'm just easily amused, I don't know. But yeah, I love that. We gotta strike first here, so I can just beam the Bodox to death and then work on Punch on the sprite. Oh, okay, well, that works too. I'm not getting a whole lot in that department in terms of stats, but that's okay. Oh good, another volcano. My favorite. Especially with no cure. What? Did you see that? Let me do it again. Up in the top left there. Somebody's following us. I wonder who it could be. There's nothing over here, right? No. Again, this might be a decent place to try getting a heal staff, but it's kind of 17,000 gold. And I would much rather use that gold for something else, so I'll just use the cure books, no big deal. What's a piranha doing in a volcano? Is it a lava piranha? I guess we could cut him open and find out. How do I get it so that Noel takes a turn? Here we go. I gotta kind of waste a little bit of time here just to make sure Noel gets his turn. Gotta give everybody a chance to do some things. Okay, so when they're weak to Thunder, he can kill them with one Thunder, but when they're not weak to Thunder, it's a little bit harder for him. So, I think there's a couple of healing pools in here, actually, now that I think about it. And there's more robots for us to deal with. Phenomenal. That Triceratops over there is weak to ice, if I remember right, but it also has like a buttload of HP, so I'm gonna probably beam it. And then I'll use Blizzard, just in case I don't kill the ogre, because I probably won't with one punch. My name is not Saitama, after all. I don't think Jaeger liked my joke. Okay, we don't need ogre's meat anymore. Nice! That's a good battle. That's worth saving. I'll recover my HP and then save. There we go. How we doing anyway? Let's see. Hey, you're almost at 30, and you're almost at 40 agility, actually, which is really good for you. Yeah, those martial arts abilities, they're pretty good. They're pretty good in this game. They let you do some good damage when you don't have the stats, and when you do have the stats, well, it lets you get even more stats. So it's not too bad. There it is again. It's on the left side of the screen this time. Oh boy. Ow. More lava. I might go see what he's barking at in a second just to make sure he's okay. Yeah, we'll just do the same thing we did. It let me work on punch last time, so okay. Let me see what he's barking at while the game plays itself. Ugh. Oh, it's the neighbors again. I keep telling them, man. Jaeger, what you barking at? Oh, they're shoveling snow out there? It's okay. They're okay, good boy. It's alright. You're okay. You're okay. You go in the garage if it gets too cold, okay? It's okay. You're okay. Is that closed all the way? There it is. Okay. There we go. Oh, battle's over. Awesome. Good timing. Yeah. Let me sit back down. There we go. Okay, turn off fast motion. Let's keep going through the volcano. This place is a little bigger than the last volcano we were in, but it's not really a huge deal. This battle might have been a huge deal if there was more than one and if it wasn't a preemptive strike, but surprise is OP, so I mean, you know. Flash, and then thunder. I don't think these guys have circle damage yet. I think maybe later in the game they get circle damage, but I wouldn't know, because you can't actually get a magician for your party, so I don't know what their weaknesses and resistances are. I know they die, though, pretty easily at the moment, as long as you get a preemptive strike. Okay, Null got more mana. That's good. Everything's coming up roses. Let's see. That puts him at 28. Yumi's got 322 HP. It's all good. It's all good in the neighborhood. Where the hell am I going? Oh good, there's a Komodo dragon in here. Fantastic. I guess I could flash the Triceratops, because it works well on monsters like Triceratops where they only have physical attacks. But, yeah, I mean, actually, no, I might as well use Beam, because I'm going to use Punch on the Komodo dragon. If I can get Punch down to one ability point, that's where I want it. And then we can do the same with Kick, so... Because the next major boss fight that we're going to be getting into, unfortunately, Null isn't going to be doing a whole lot, so it's just, we're just going to have to make do without him, you know, doing a whole lot. Do I want to gaze these guys? I think I'm going to gaze them just to give... Because if I do this, then the Komodos should die, and it'll give Yumi the opportunity to hit the Triceratops there with Punch. So... Nice. That'll bring the plan together. And I mean, it says he was released from paralysis, but really it's done its job, because as long as Gaze makes him skip his turn, that's all I care about. So let's defend this one, and then excuse me, I'll just flash, because probably Yumi's gonna kill these guys anyway. With well, we're in a volcano, so he's not resistant to fire. But I guess I can use Thunder just because it would make more sense. Okay, we got one of them. And of course the one that we got was the one that was still paralyzed. Yeah, they're weak to ice if you need it, so hey, nice mana up. I don't think there's any treasures that I'm missing on like the other parts of the platform. I think it's just this, so... Uh-oh. Whoever was following us was just in the lava. That's not good. 6 serpents, huh? Okay, we'll just use Flash, we'll use Thunder, and we'll keep working on Punch. But yeah, the combination of the SMG and Thunder will probably be enough to kill these guys. I don't know 100% for sure, but if not, they're weak to ice, so I can just do that next turn. There we go. And we're getting good money, too, so... Yeah, I don't think there's any treasures on that floor, if I remember right. If there is, well, I can do I can do well enough without it. I think that was Leon! That is Leon following us. What the hell is he doing? Is he watching us? Is he a spy? Let's go find out, shall we? How do I want to do this? I guess they'll die to an ice, so... And by the time Null's turn comes around, it'll be, and that'll take care of the Triceratops, so... Okay, your turn got skipped. That's all I care about. Dah. There you go. Perfect. Oh, okay. Well, there goes our second surprise. Normally, if you saw that, you would probably want to reset, because losing surprise is not a good thing. But the one that we lost, no big deal. I don't know what this gaze does, actually. It might be paralyzed gaze, like the one that Confucius has now. Not 100% sure. I might test it in the next battle and find out. If it is, though, it's probably not particularly good, because Null doesn't have the mana at the moment to really make good use of it. That's really the problem with status effects in this game, is that they usually aren't all that useful, because you need to have a high enough mana stat for them to actually be useful, and, well, at the moment, we really don't have that kind of mana. You have 24 on yours, you have 24 on yours, so I guess it doesn't matter who uses what. I'm just going to heal Confucius, because his HP was looking a little lower than everybody else's there. Somebody actually got a hit in on me. What a shock. Okay, so 3 magicians, but we're striking first, so that makes this fairly simple affair. I don't know if they're weak to ice, these Champagnos? I probably butchered that pronunciation, but that's okay. It's like a cooking mushroom is what it is. It's like a French cooking mushroom, if I remember my monster types correctly. Now we got them. Doesn't matter. The only thing they're going to be cooking in now is ice. Never mind, that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. I mean, I guess they were already cooking. They're in a volcano, so... Okay, just reverse-y that. Belay that previous order. We'll do this, and then... Yeah, we'll use the ice book. Because I won't keep working on punch! Bah! Only got a couple more uses, and then it'll be at 1. Now, there is a particular trick that you can do if you want your robots to have permanent stat gains. So here's what you do. So let's say we have punch at, what is it, like 3 charges now? So you get punch down to 1 charge, right? Then you take it and you equip it on your robot. Now, it won't lose its charges or have its charges because martial arts in this particular version of the game do not have their charges when a robot equips them. I believe in the DS version they do, though, so this glitch probably doesn't work there. But anyway, you have the robot use the punch, the last punch in battle. It'll do basically no damage. And then, when it has 0 uses, it'll still be equipped on your menu. So then if you move it back and forth like this, like over and over again, back and forth like this, eventually the punch with 0 uses will disappear, and your robot can equip something in that slot again. It's not like taking up an inventory slot or anything, but the agility and the HP boosts or whatever stats you got from it will be permanently stuck on your robot forever. So it allows you to use the martial arts abilities, if you have the patience to grind them down, as a bit of free stats for your robot. I'm not going to take advantage of that, but feel free to if you would like. I'm just going to play the game normally, relatively free of glitches and exploits, but if you want to take advantage of that, be my guest. So... Oh, this is... Okay, never mind. Strike first. Almost always, I look at a battle and say, oh, this is going to be bad, but then if we get strike first, it's like, well, never mind. I probably won't be able to kill this warrior with... Well, maybe with a Punch Thunder combo. Punch is pretty strong at the moment, so... Okay, and then... There we go. That worked pretty good. And Null got mana up out of it. Can't ask for too much more, other than an agility point. Ow. No, there's a flame sword if you need it, if you're using a strength character. If you are going to use a strength character in this game, though, don't worry. Strength weapons do get much better later in the game. It just takes a little while for them to get going. There's a magic potion for Noel. Let's give that to him. There we go. Go ahead, Noel, take it. There you go. See how he's doing on mana now. He should be over 30 now. Yeah, 32. Perfect. He's in good shape. Yumi's in good shape with her agility and mana. Everybody's in good shape. Yumi even has more HP than Noel now. They're going to just go back and forth jockeying through the whole game, aren't they? Oh, there's Leon again. What is he doing, anyway? Still trying to figure out what his MO is here. There's a fire gun for you. Again, I think the fire gun isn't really all that useful. It doesn't really have good multipliers, from what I understand. I've used it, and it's not as good as a fire spell from a book, or even a fire spell from a mutant, to be honest. The Mage's Staff, though, is pretty good. It casts the Flame ability, kind of like the one that Confucius had back when he was a baby dragon. And it's not bad if you have a mutant that has one of those abilities already, and I have an open inventory slot right here for Yumi, so if I wanted to, I could just give her the Mage's Staff and have her use Flame. So, I think it's fairly powerful. Like, I think it's about as powerful as it would be if a mutant was using it, so. But then again, money. I mean, I have 2 high-selling items right there. Those are going to sell for almost 10,000 apiece, probably. Yeah, we'll make use of it. Probably. Maybe. We'll see. And it's only got 15 uses. I don't imagine it's going to take too long to burn through it. Because it's a fire staff. My jokes are getting worse and worse by the hour. Oh, there's Leon again. Yeah, we'll get through the rest of this area and then we'll call it a day. What do you say? Did we get a strike first? I think we did. These guys, if I remember correctly, have Circle Para, though, so I think they're immune to, like, your paralysis or your blind or your whatever have you. I think they're still weak to ice, though. So, yeah, see there, they've got Circle Para because they were strong against it. And it was a preemptive strike. Yeah, most of these flowers are weak to ice. You would think they'd be weak to fire because they're flowers, but to be fair, they're growing in a volcano, so yeah, they would be weak to ice in that case. Alright, let's see here. I think 1 or 2 more floors and then we're done with this place, so this is not a preemptive strike. Well, I'm gonna use beams. I'm a charging my beam laser. Okay, punch is down to 1 point of abilities left, so we're gonna leave that alone as it is. When we use it in a fight, it will deal a lot of damage, but we'll save it for like a boss fight or something. So let's work on kick now. Ow! Jesus, man. Slow your roll. Confucius, what are you doing letting them get that kind of hit in on Arya? No, it's fine. We'll be fine. We'll just heal it off. Slough it off, Arya. You still got 16 HP. Okay, don't use punch. There we go. Punch, if I had used it, probably would have done about as much as that laser sword just did there. So, I'm going to use an X-Cure, because Arya doesn't really have the mana for me to really make it warranted to use the cure books. So, alright, well, we're good for now. Let's just keep going. I think there's another healing pool coming up, so we'll be okay. I think I want to keep going, because I think the healing pool's right over here. Yes, here it is. With a preemptive strike, I like that. We'll do that. And you do that. I don't know if I mentioned it before, but if I recall correctly, because Beam is a magical ability, it should be 100% accurate, so you'll never miss it and, like, totally whiff and then have a monster kill you or something with it. I would imagine, because it's not a physical ability. Physical abilities can miss in this game, but magical abilities are 100% accurate. So, just another reason why magic is so good in this game. Alright, we've recovered our HP. Mostly. Let's fix the rest of that. There we go. Now we're good. And yeah, we should be good for the final little stretch here, because once we go back over to the stairs there, the rest of it is just like this. The rest of this floor is the end of the dungeon, basically. So, and then we'll just have a little bit left to do, and we'll be done with the world. That is, we'll be done with the episode as soon as we get out of the volcano. So we struck first, so let's just beam again. We'll be able to get out of here pretty soon, like I said. So don't worry about it if you're using up a lot of your ability charges. It's worth it. And I mean, we did get another elixir. I'd like to hold on to those so I don't have to buy them for a particular dungeon coming up way later in the game, but yeah. If I don't, it's not really a huge loss. It's 5,000 gold. By that point, by the time we get to the point where I actually care, it won't be a big expense. So, okay, we struck first again. Let's just take care of that. Take care of that. And these warriors. Actually, hang on. Let me think about this, because we struck first, so I don't have to use beam if I do this right. I could do it this way. Have you kill that, then use gaze on that guy. And then have Null, because Yumi's going to use fire here, and that'll kill the warriors, so to have Null use thunder on that guy over there. He's paralyzed, so it doesn't matter. And he won't try to break out of it this turn, because it's a preemptive strike, so... Or, no, I guess he will. Okay. I didn't know it gave him an extra turn. That's interesting. Anyway. Yeah, just keep... Actually, use Blizzard this time, and then kick. Now that spoils my chance of getting mana, but I got a musket out of it. That'll sell for some money. There's a lot of encounters on this last floor, isn't there? I might actually start running. I'm going to start running, because we're coming up on time here a little bit. So I think if you go this way, there was no chests up above, but there's a chest down below here. So yeah, if we can do a preemptive strike, I'll probably just run, just because I want to make sure we don't go too long here. There's a flame shield for us. I think I want to equip that on Arya for now. Like, there's a better shield that we'll get eventually, but the flame shield is the first of its kind, where it works similarly to the flame shield in the last game, where you use it in battle, and it'll put up a barrier that will block fire elemental spells. So it's not too bad. The only difference here is that it only starts with 30 uses, so Arya will only have 15 shield uses instead of 25. So it's a little bit less than normal, but I mean, it gives her a whole bunch of extra defense. She's got 78 defense at the moment, 528 HP. It's not too bad. It should help her out quite a bit. And yeah, I think that's about it. Let's go for the final stretch. Just head across the little lava floor here and head for the exit. We're practically up at the top of the caldera at the moment. I think that's the correct term. I'm not 100% sure, though. I'm not a geologist either. This was not a first strike, so... how do I want to do this? Probably like this, and this. And then you help out... No, you do this. And then you do that. Okay, this should be good. That takes care of the weakest links. Can we take care of the magicians before they cause any problems? Yeah, the the Thunder Magi that I had there allowed Quinfucius to be resistant to ice there, so that was what that was all about there. I was wondering what that was in a previous version of the game when I was playing it for the test that I did a little while ago. I was like, my monster doesn't have immunity to ice. What the hell's going on? It's because the Thunder Magi gives you Circle Ice. So yeah, that's what that's all about. I should probably heal Null, though. He looks a little under the weather. I should also test what Gaze does. If I get into a battle where it's like an easy one, maybe I will. Unlike this one. This one is not easy. Oh, there's only 2 serpents. Maybe I'll test it here. Let's just see what it does, just so I know for myself for later. Stop it. Somebody kill the magician before... Oh, for fuck's sake. Quinfucius, why are you going so slow? You are not slower than those magicians. Stop it. Okay, so that is paralyzed gaze. Okay. Well, at the very least, if they're going to kill anybody, Arya or Confucius are probably the ones where I'm like, yeah, I'm not really all that bothered by that, because they're the two that are... they're the two that don't have to gain stats at the end of battle, really, so... It's alright. Now, it's going to be a pain in the ass to get Arya back to full health, but, well, you know, it'll happen. Okay, let's use the rest of our X here. Hope it gets decent healing. Okay, that's not too bad. And then... we're both at 23 on uses, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, as you can see, it only takes into account Yumi's mana there when it comes to using the cure book, so Arya didn't really get a whole lot out of that. Okay, well, looks like some more Magi here. Another Fire Magi, good. Another Poison Magi, not good, but at least it's another Magi in our pocket. And a Power Magi. Why isn't the chest opening? Oh, hey, Leon, what's up? What do you mean? Wow! He took my Power Magi, the little thief! But what is he going to do with it? Will we be able to save Flora from her arranged marriage with Nils? And will Venus be happy about it? Well, I can tell you the answer to that last one. The answer is no. But we're going to find out just how angry she'll get on the next episode of Final Fantasy Legend 2, the Stream Edition. I'll probably meet you back at the village that's about 5 feet away. Actually, I could go there right now while I'm doing my outro, because I can just fly like this. So, thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to Twitch and YouTube to check out the stream. I'm going to rest at the inn, and then I will see all of you on the next one, which will happen on Thursday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So until then, everybody, take care, and have a good night.